Wvogs.
Buddy Vlogs.
Wvogs18.
Go on, Vogs.
Wvogs18.
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 We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Football, tennis, hockey, golf.
I don't have friends. I got family.
This is where the fun begins.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Livestream with Wvogs18 and wonderful friends. It is Monday night. I work tomorrow at 10 a.m., so we may go 2 to 3 hours. We'll see how it goes. But before I invite my panelists, let's go over the chat. We got Jay Thompson saying IR arrived. And Joe Wrestling saying hello, Wvogs. Let's invite my guests. First, I call him my YouTube dad, and I'm pretty sure he's part of my intro. He does say Wvogs18. He was nice enough to provide a soundbite. We got Hey.
Yeah, I was the last Vogs on it.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Yes, I are. And you didn't.
Okay, before I get to the other panelists, did the Cubs play today?
We did.
And how did they do?
We played the Rockies. We didn't have to do much.
Yeah, my Yankees lost to the Rockies the other day. I was infumed.
That's weird.
I know.
The Rockies didn't win today.
Yeah, Phil comes in saying Minnesota Frost just won the Professional Women's Hockey League Championship game. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I got 2 other guests in the back. I can only fit, I think, like 3 more. I may have to rotate people. We don't know yet. It just depends. Like I said, I plan to go 2 to 3 hours because, you know what? I'm only working 10 to 5 tomorrow. But let me invite my other guests. This guy is a former police officer. This guy is a great friend of the channel, has become a great friend of the channel. Big is an understatement with this guy because this guy is big. And he has a big heart. We got Mr. Big Jeff. What's up,
Howdy,
Jeff?
folks? How are you fine gentlemen doing?
I am good. I'm good. Tomorrow I work 10 to 5 and then I'm off 2 days.
Cool.
And I'll have some. I don't have any comics to show tonight. I know the last guy on the panel does, and I have a clip for that when he shows some fire. Oh, we actually got 2 more comments. We got I'm at 2 more people waiting in the wings, but we got Cool Gamer saying hey. Phil's Treehouse says straw, and then like a winky face. And then we got we got a full house. We got the host of Bragging Rights, Mr. Flat Earth Santa. What's up?
Evening.
And then we got, he's the host of Comics and Cocktails. Comics and Coffee. We got Cliffy on Comics. Hello, Cliffy.
Hello.
And then lastly, this guy has too many shows to name, but he does a great job every time he does one. And he's doing a funny shirt thing. He looks like Cornholio. I had a cousin, Mr. Here's for Hire Comic Club.
I am the great
Cornholio.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me?
I threaten everybody.
How much have you had to drink, Matt?
0 and none
I don't
at
drink
all.
anymore.
Matt, like basically can't have drinks anymore.
No, I'll break out in handcuffs.
So we got Kenneth Bird saying hi to everyone. Hey, Kenneth. We got Cliff saying Will's wonderful friend. I have decided to name that because I think it's called alliteration, where it's the first initial and the last initial kind of match. Then we got Phil's Treehouse, supercalifragilistic, espialidocious. Why are you doing this to me, Phil? Why? But yeah, like I said, I may have to rotate the panel. But does anybody have anything they want to show off? Because there
If
is
someone
a
wants to
clip.
come in, I'll go.
Okay. There is a clip I want to debut tonight. If someone shows some stuff, and then I will decide between two clips, and I want to debut the new one.
Well,
I don't have anything.
I could show off big muscles. That's what
Yeah,
I got.
that's not worthy of a clip.
Dude, that is clip worthy.
Fine, just for Jay, we'll do this.
Clip worthy.
You guys ready to see the new clip? Fine, Jay, do it again. Okay, guys, for Jay.
Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.
Yes, that is my new clip
I
for my
mean-
channel.
I mean, you know, that's just the reaction I get walking down the street.
Dude, it's like I thought of it with Matt. Matt could tell you backstage. I was like, this is going to be the new clip of my channel. Or would you rather this one, Jay?
Oh my.
Hey, whatever, man. I know
Either or.
gorgeous
I'm
to
good with
all.
both. I like both of them. I think
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah, it don't bother me none. I'm gorgeous to all.
Phil, why are you playing games with my word knowledge? Bilateral pericular. I don't even know how to say that last word. You're messing with me.
BPE. I just call it BPE.
Yeah, whatever that is.
I don't know what it is. I don't really
But
care.
does anybody have anything else besides Jay just flexing and just astonishing us all, as you
No.
saw in the first clip and the second clip?
Not me.
I don't need to flex to astonish all y'all. I just want to make
Now,
that clear.
that's a great title for a comic. Flex to astonish.
Stinky N, I am not going to send you the link because number one, I don't know you. Number two, you are spamming in the chat, so I don't appreciate that. If I can have a mod take care of that, please.
Wow.
Damn.
Logs.
No, I
Frank
know
Castle.
I know the history behind Stinky N, and let's just.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm new to the show.
There's history to it. I didn't know.
I didn't know
All
there was
right.
history.
Cool.
I'm sorry, guys. I just
So,
got.
I can send them a link to Pornhub. Give you a Pornhub link. All right.
Sorry, I just got.
Anyway.
Let me look at this real quick.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of
Right,
At the Legion of
Doom. Yes.
Turns out it's somebody he knows. Oh shit, sorry.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, I want pants. Brainiac, you're an alien artificial intelligence. You don't need pants. I want pants. I see you humans wearing pants.
Now I require a pair of slacks. Preferably from Banana Republic or the Gap. But Old Navy is acceptable.
Not
there's
not all of us humans are wearing pants.
There should never
Okay,
be
so let
pineapple
me
on the
go
pizza.
around the panel with this. Phil Treehouse has a question: pineapple and pizza, yes or no?
No.
Preferably not.
No.
As a pizza guy, I would normally say no, but that would be wrong. I'm gonna have to say, oh hell no.
Yeah,
I own
don't
many,
like-
and Phil, the next question, I own many leather-bound books. In fact, Merlin Olsen is a personal friend of mine.
I have.
We'll see if anybody gets that reference. We'll see if anybody gets that reference.
I
If you
only
put
have a
pineapple
handful.
go play in traffic.
Yep.
Damn, we don't have to go
I think, if you
far.
put, I think in some places, if you put pineapple on a pizza, they send you to the Hague for war crimes.
What's up, man? That's like putting
What's up,
ketchup
Jeff?
on steak.
What's up, Jeff Shaw?
You just don't
To
do
clarify it.
What's up, Mr. Shaw?
I have only a handful of novels, but
All right,
I'm
but
gonna let Matt run the channel real quick. I'm gonna.
I don't have any mod control. I don't know how.
Let
I
me
know, but Just interact with the chat, read the chat if you can.
The best
Or
coffee
someone.
is it?
I'll be
Does
back.
this espresso count as a coffee?
Let me paint
Yes.
a picture for you. Let me paint a picture for you. Okay?
Okay.
Jalapenos, right? Smoked bacon and pineapple.
You had me at the beginning.
What? Just those, or you're talking on a pizza?
On a pizza.
No.
It would. I don't know. I don't like pineapple on
Jalapenos, no. Pineapple, no.
I barely like
Bacon?
pineapple.
Sure.
I had a pet pig, so I don't eat bacon. You might as well feed me cat.
Oh, you had a Mr. Pigglesworth? Oh.
Sorta. I got introduced to farm life awful early when I learned I was eating my pet. So that's why I don't eat pig.
Crazy clicks.
Read Charlotte's Web and it was over.
Jalapenos. No, those are too spicy for me. And pineapples are good for ice cream.
I like jalapenos. I like pineapple. I like big, but not on a pizza.
Yeah.
Bacon.
All right. Here's a controversial game changer. Do y'all remember oh my god, what is his name? All right. Do you remember Eddie March? And do you think he made a good Iron Man in the comic book Invincible Iron Man?
I have no idea. Oh my god. You want me to go off on my ex, Jeff? I can. Believe me, she gave me plenty of reasons.
Oh, let's not do that.
And there's 2 exes. Well,
oh no.
4. God, I can't even count them.
I can't even comment. I don't think I even read that part of the story.
Repeat the question. I was looking for my debit card. I thought I'd lost it.
My question was, do you remember Eddie March as Eddie March from Invincible Iron Man? And did you think he made a good Iron Man?
I didn't read that, so I can't answer.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people do not remember this.
I got no clue. I got no clue.
He ended up turning into a character called the Freak.
We're talking about an Iron Man character, Mom.
Yep.
You said Andy Griffin? I said, no, he was the sheriff of Mayberry.
Hey, Matt, did you tell your mom that I thought that picture looked like Anne Hathaway?
Yeah. Did
you see the likeness?
Yeah, I do. When she comes back, I'm gonna get her to bring the picture and I'll show everybody what she looked like when she lived in California in the it was like 69, 70, 71. She lived there for 5 years. I think she went out there in 68. I can't remember.
I wasn't there until the early 90s. And I did not like it.
Yeah, it already started falling apart by then.
I mean, San Diego was cool. That was it.
The whale's vagina.
Yeah. I don't think that's what it means. He's like, no. He says the translation was lost years ago. Doesn't it mean Saint Diego?
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, show everybody your picture of you in the 60s looking like Alan McGraw or Anne Hathaway. Of course, Boggs is not here. I can't make the screen bigger, but
everybody stretch your eyeballs.
Yep. Work your eyeballs out.
Oh, beautiful.
Tell me that's not Anne Hathaway.
Nice.
I mean, it's got Anne Hathaway vibes. It really does.
Yeah.
It's got the Anne Hathaway vibes.
The eyes.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome. Very welcome. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought when I saw. I was like, "Whoa!" She looks just like.
I'm sorry, Matt. I didn't see it. Can I see it, please?
She already took it away.
Yep.
Watch the replay. Mom, bring it back. You didn't see it.
Watch a replay.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I had to respond to a text. My friend invited me to go see Superman July 11th, but I don't know if I'm working yet. So I told him that I don't know my
I would ask
schedule.
for the day off right now. But
I would ask for the day off right now. Absolutely.
I don't know yet, so we'll see. Let me mod a few people.
If I hear any rude comments, I'm gonna find your addresses. All right.
Oh my God.
Will. He's gone again.
He's left again. Hey, hold on, Matt. One of his friends asked him for a good popcorn recipe. He'll be back.
Let me tell you.
Oh, look, there he is.
Make it big, Will.
Jeff says she looked like Anne Hathaway.
Who is that? Your mom?
Yes, it's his mom.
Very pretty. Very pretty.
Right? There's some Anne Hathaway eye action happening there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go, Mom. We appeased Will. So
your poor mom is like, do I ever get to go to bed in this house?
What's up, Jeff? Sorry I was gone for a few minutes. Like I said, I had to do something. A host should never leave his stream, but if he has to,
I know where you live. I know where you live, Steve.
But does anybody else have anything to show besides Jay yet again?
Well, Jeff's got a Reese
Very
cup.
nice.
I'll show some of the pickups.
Okay.
Oh, he got some good ones. He got some good ones, as we say in Kentucky. He got some good.
Let me get
What's
to the
up,
other
Carlito?
All right.
He's got to find the key to the comic book Fort Knox.
I don't know why. I feel like I'm a bad
Oh, no.
host because I left for 5 minutes.
Will, your ADHD OCD super combo, it just does magical numbers. You're great. Everyone's great. You're doing fine. We're all doing fine. We're having a lovely time. Do not worry about it.
Yeah.
What's up, Tony Old Wolf? Let me mod you also.
Will, you must carry that guilt for no less than 2 days.
I'd be right.
He must say, I need you to say 50 Hail Marys the next time you go to Matt. Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't. I'm telling
Oh, you left again? Now make it 3 days.
Mm-hmm. You must be put in the punishment closet for 3 days.
Oh my God! Whatever.
Hey, Tony. Oh, Wolf.
But yeah,
here.
we'll probably be going for 2 hours, 2 hours and 30.
Strange.
That is lovely. I have to get to bed. So I just
Right
basically hi. Yeah,
Okay,
tomorrow's
thanks,
work.
Cliff.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Gotta go back to work.
Going to bed now, Cliff?
The holiday is over. Yes, but I want to stop by and say hi. All right.
Okay, thank you, Cliff. Good night. If anybody in the chat wants the link, I'll send it to you privately.
You think maybe that guy would say,
Jeff
send me
or
links?
Tony.
He might have been like, maybe he was like, send me links.
Oh, someone
Beef
jumped on it right away.
It was me on the other computer.
Oh, sorry. Wow, I'm like slow right now. Okay, let's see the pickups that we've seen.
Hey.
Matt and I, a preview. It's because we're cool.
I see a highly sought after X-Men issue. An ASM issue. Freddy Krueger.
Can you hear me?
Nope.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay.
Why
All
y'all
right.
want into him like that?
Let me put this on.
Let there be light.
I swear
right.
that Batman looks like the absolute Batman, even though I know it's Frank Miller.
Okay.
Well, you meant the absolute Batman looks like that.
Yeah,
Batman.
that's also he's like Roy Batman or
Yes. Ooh.
Witchblade. Interesting.
All I have to say is.
Oh my.
You've been dying to use that video clip.
Yeah.
It'll make another appearance.
It'll make a lot. It'll make a lot of appearances tonight.
Last which
sorry,
the
Glenn,
last.
but-
Oh my.
The very last issue of Witchblade.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait to play the clip at the very end.
I don't know. That kind of deserves it too.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my.
Should have saved it for that one.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's another one that definitely needs.
We'll get used to this one. We're going to see E-Man a lot tonight. I feel.
Very nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Mark Jewelers.
Yep. It's got the Mark Jewelers insert.
Wait, I'm going to play a clip at the end. I'm not going to be trigger happy. Just I'm going to play a clip at the end. Very nice.
Everybody doesn't know that's Mark Jewelers. It's he's on. Oh, here we got the first John Stewart classic Bronze Age key issue.
Nice.
I'm doing like a commentary track. I'm just kidding.
Okay, now I pulled it. I didn't get this one. I've had this for a while, but I pulled it out of.
You want to let it breathe?
Had to let it breathe. But the reason is because I went down to Cleveland and I met up with the guys that got it for me. Cool. It's signed by Steranko, but it's to Glenn.
I forget what her name is.
That's Polaris.
That's Polaris. That's the very first appearance.
The youngest daughter of Magneto.
Now I also grabbed. Well, this was last week, but these are really cool. Absolutely love these. I put it on my Instagram this morning.
Oh yeah,
the Spider-Man record. The Captain America one with the record.
God, I had the Superman record when I was a kid.
That one?
Yeah.
Probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got that. And then the real reason I went down to Cleveland. Thank you, Alan. You made my weekend. You made my year, buddy. He finally sold it to me. This is my Turner Grail. I got it.
Ready for the video, Will?
I got it way under FMV. This thing's not cheap, but this is my Turner Grail. This thing could be a 9.9.
Yep, guys, you know what's coming.
Holy moly!
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God, it's beautiful.
It's Superman, Batman.
Am I wrong or am I wrong?
To me, this is my Turner Grail. This is the book that I've wanted for a very, very long time.
San Diego Comic-Con exclusive too, right?
Yep, that's correct. And you'll see a couple homages from.
Go ahead.
So that I'll have coming up.
Oh, because of the movie?
Oh no! There's a couple homages of this that I got from Jamie Tyndall. He did it. Yeah. So I got 3 copies signed that are homages to this. But I'm like, yeah, I'm going. That's the reason I drove 3 hours each way. This book.
Very nice. Very.
You probably would have drove 6 hours each way.
I would have drove cross country without a problem. I love that book, man. This is something that I've wanted for a very, very long time.
It's a book I've always wanted.
It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap, but you know what?
I know. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just like the clip. But Jeff, do you have anything?
I just got one that I picked up a couple days ago.
Let's see it. I think I've seen it. If I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think
I don't think Glenn's seen it. I don't think Glenn's seen it, but
oh, UF4.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Yep, and let's play that clip yet again.
It's pretty clean.
Yeah, let's play that
Very
clip
nice.
one more time. Why not?
Everybody.
Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.
And the best time to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's at its lowest spot.
Get it
Yeah,
now.
I got it for 185 including shipping.
Jesus.
Yeah, get it
yeah,
now
it's
before
weird.
he's in a Marvel before he's in the MCU. Then you're going to regret not
Oh
having
yeah.
it.
God,
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the thing where you send it in for the press and have them verify the signature and all that stuff.
I would get
the JSA? Yeah.
beaten if I spent that much
Here you
on any comic book or card or anything.
What?
And I'm single. I would get
nice.
to death.
Nice. How much are those stands? I have to buy some for my figures.
I got them on Amazon.
Dude, that Batman is just
Yeah, I have one that looks roided out too.
Looks constipated.
Yeah, he is. He's like,
He's in a bad mood.
yeah.
I didn't take a shit today.
If I was that constipated, I'd eat
It's
a
like
bad.
really backing up my. and
I
it's
got to
hurt.
drop a deuce before I can fight crime in Gotham.
I think I'm gonna. How much are those stands?
I don't mind taking a shit, but I can't wipe my own ass.
Glenn, can you send me a link to those stands?
Yep.
Those ones? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The little ones.
And then next weekend, get to see Robert England. Live at NiagaraCon.
Yep. What's it called? I think I'm gonna buy the Deadpool figure at my LCS on Wednesday. I'm between that and an Optimus Prime. I'll get the Optimus eventually, though.
I can get Prime before Deadpool.
True. Except for the Prime doesn't come with a gun, so I'll have to find like a gun.
Oh my
I
god.
want to crime too one of these days.
I'll show
Oh, I
up.
think I'm gonna buy one on Wednesday for sure. It's only $30 at my LCS.
I'll show a couple more.
Yay! More clips.
No.
People are gonna hate me after tonight and be like, Vogs with those damn clips. But it's worth it. Every single imaginary YouTube penny for now.
Yeah, so the other day I got a comment on one of my videos telling me I need to make a Patreon page so we can send me money. I don't know
Who
what
told
to
you
think.
that?
What I've got several regular viewers on my squirrels.
I know
So-
you do, but Patreon's weird. Yeah, don't do Patreon.
They just want to give me money to feed the squirrels.
Yeah.
I
Do
know, but don't.
I'm
hate
not in
Patreon
it for
stuff.
I'm not in it for the money, and I'm in a weird
Why not?
weird
Oh, my-
situation where if I
Glenn,
get too much
Glenn.
money, I get in trouble.
Oh my.
Jay was in mid
Patreon.
sentence. Jay was in
Yeah,
mid
he
sentence.
was.
It's all right.
Oh, sorry, Jay.
Boggs is ruthless.
That's okay. He
No,
likes
he's not
pushing
sorry.
buttons.
He's not sorry.
He pushes buttons just to push them. Lord knows
Is that
I
any way
do.
to treat your YouTube father?
Yes.
I mean, I don't blame them.
We're all leaving now in protest. We're going to leave now in protest.
Do it then.
No more protests, man. No more protests.
I like that one.
I
And no, not just because of that.
I want to get it signed by her.
That's actually a cool cover.
I got her
I'm going to be
Playboy,
done
if you can
playing
get that
clips for
signed.
tonight because I think people are going to want to kill me by the end of the night. So no more clips, even though these are fun.
You know, they have a Elvira Harley
right
Quinn
on.
crossover coming out in August.
What's up, Joe?
Hey,
Joe,
Joe.
let me know if you want the link.
Come on, join us.
You're always welcome. Let me send it. Hey, Matt, are you able to send it?
I shall can, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me get to it here.
Oh, love it.
Now is
Man,
it?
I never
I
got
always
tired
like
of
when they're in
that
the
game.
cave.
Is it Joe that's going after Spawn?
No, that's Paul.
That's Paul. Okay.
No,
Joe
Paul.
is going after, I think, all of what is the commandy?
Oh, that's actually
Jeff,
not a crazy round.
Yo,
Jeff, do you remember the music in the
Jeff.
cave? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Bum, 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 bum.
And then when you're in the castle part,
I like the swimming part. That part used to piss me off so bad though when they're swimming in their water.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the movie? The movie was good.
With Chris
I
Pratt.
love the
Yeah.
Martin movie. Yeah,
It was
it was
all right.
great.
No, I seem to remember the one from the 80s, and that wasn't so good.
The 90s, the live action one in the 90s, that one was horrible. John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah.
Coming soon to bad cinema.
Well, I also remember
half
Captain
an hour
Lou
left to
Albano
work. Hopefully
playing
get
Mario
on
and something.
Story of my life. Joe, we may still be here. Like I said, I'm going to probably go 2.5, 3 hours. And
Or
I
he
hope
could
you
quit in
guys
30
can-
minutes. We never know. We never know.
I know
Will is a
I'm
wild
not
That's
card.
the thing.
around much longer.
But guys, check out Joe. He has a great Friday show that Matt and I hop on.
And a good Saturday show, too.
Let's see, someone just jumped on the back. Oh, I thought this guy fell asleep, but you know what? He's snacking on something. He's the host of Monday Night Trivia. It's Kevin.
I got
What up, Kev?
eat my Reese's cups.
Kevin, I want to recount. I should have won round 2. That was stupid. I
Yeah,
should have won.
I'm proud of myself for my trivia prowess
That's
today.
pretty bad that the winner won with 3 correct answers. I guess that round was
It
pretty
made me
tough.
laugh.
What's really sad is I finished in 5th and I had 2. I was 1 off the lead.
I only missed one in the
Yeah,
1980s toys. I only missed one in the 80s toys.
That's
the
nice.
80s toys.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that
80s
made
toys
me
kind
mad.
of threw me a couple times.
That made me mad.
But the second round,
And Jay, you
they only
won
got
a
3.
duck finally, Jay.
I
know
only
I
answered
did.
like 3 questions total because I'm like, okay, I'm already late as it is.
Yeah,
I won it. I'm like,
then I hopped in.
this
I'm
is
like,
too hard. Forget it.
I missed the
Uh,
first round.
People
Yeah,
would
I
know
missed the
Bell
first
Riders.
round.
And I
Are you is the duck race next week, Kev?
Yeah. Yep.
Who has ducks so far? Why not announce it?
I got one.
people?
I don't know. I
I
have
have
to pull the list up.
I'm pretty sure I have 2. I won one last week. I may have
I
won
swear,
one.
if you win this month, I'm boycotting the stream for a month. If you win again,
I didn't win it last month.
yeah, you. Oh no, it was Caroline.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Sweet Caroline.
Bom, bom, bom.
Sweet Caroline.
You know, they play that at the 7th-inning stretch at Boston Red Sox game.
You know, fish.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a UNC basketball fan, but that song gets so dang annoying after a while. They sing it after every UNC basketball game or whatever. I'm like, I get it. I love the song, but dude, after like a million times,
Why don't they play In
Shut
My
up.
Mind? Shouldn't they play In My Mind, I'm Going to Carolina by James Taylor?
no, they play Going to Carolina. Or no, they play Sweet Caroline. Yeah, they play Sweet Caroline. The thing,
That doesn't even
I
make
think
sense
they
because
should
it's
play
not
after
Carolina
every
is not the
UNC.
same as Carolina.
Oh,
I
That's
know.
kind of weird.
They're
I
different.
know. Exactly. You know what's
After
funny, Matt, is the song I want them to play after every UNC game is Raised Up by Petey Pablo. North Carolina Raised Up.
after every Kentucky Wildcat basketball game they win at Rupp Arena, they play My Old Kentucky Home.
I'm sorry to say this, you're gonna hate me because this is a song by Tennessee, but Rocky Top never gets old to me.
That's the worst song in the history of the world.
Close.
Rocky Top?
You know, I'm gonna tell you something
on.
about it though that really. Let me tell you something that pisses Tennessee Volunteer fans off. It's a fact about that song. It was written by a guy from Kentucky.
John Denver?
Well,
Burned.
No, wait, that's not John Denver.
no.
John Denver sings Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah.
Which is a great
So
song.
does Joe Wall.
I don't like that song by Joe Walsh,
Joe
to be
Walsh
honest.
is everything high.
What?
Not a huge fan of Rocky Mountain High. It gets annoying to me.
I'm getting
The
out of
only
here.
thing that's good is the only thing
Dave Matt
is
just
that's
left.
I can't
good
even
is
look
the
at you right
guitar.
now. I can't even look at you right now, bro. Sorry. All right.
The only
So you turned up
the song that I like by
you
him
turned
is
up your
Life's Been
screen.
Good.
I might actually leave. I might actually leave.
I'm sorry, Matt, but the only song I liked really by Joe Walsh is Life's Been Good to Me So Far.
Oh, you are missing out.
Have you not heard
Rocky Mountain
But
High?
Vog's,
not just
Vog's
that?
is
No,
a
we're talking
little bit
about like
younger though.
Funk number 49, dude.
You know what's up, John? You know what's a good song is one sec. God, I need to look what it's called. It's by the band Stillwater.
I think.
No, you know what's a good song? Do you guys know the song
Shake It Off by Taylor Swift?
Okay, now
there's
definitely now you should leave. Now.
I was joking. I was just joking.
Guys, the song is called Mind Bender
Funky
by
Cold Medina.
Stillwater.
No.
Do you guys know that song by Stillwater? My mama was a
Rolling
something.
Stone?
My daddy was a Fender.
I've never
Stillwater.
heard.
Isn't
Where
Stillwater
the
the name of
guitar
that?
talks to him.
Yeah, isn't that the name
That's
of that
Stillwater.
fake band?
Stillwater is the name of a fictional band from the movie Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a song called Mind Bender, which is a really good song.
They did
Sounds
that
like
song.
the guitar
Fever dog scratching at my back door. That's one of my favorite movies.
You know what's a good band my dad got me into recently? My dad's taught me about music. Three Dog Night's a good, fun band.
Sure.
Yep.
Three
Mama
Dogs
Told Me
in
Not
the
to
Night.
Come is my favorite three. Mama Told Me
What
Not
song?
to Come. Mama Told
I
Me
like
Not to Come.
Joy to the World.
Joy to the World's good, but I like my dad likes Never Been to Spain, but what's mine one?
Well, everybody knows the greatest song of all time is If You Like Pina Coladas.
Not really.
Getting caught in the rain.
No.
I'm just kidding.
The Immigrant Song.
So what's the best?
Old Fashioned Love Song by
Hey,
Three
Mark.
Dog Night never gets old.
Like when they play in the sports
Oh, hold on.
arenas and shit.
Mark's here. Hold on. I got something to show him.
Mark, if you
I got
want the
something
link,
for you.
let me know so
Yeah,
we can bow
but
out.
I'll bow out, man. I got to shower and go to bed.
I'll send
Good
it to
night,
him.
Jay.
Yep. Y'all go away, people.
Let me put Glenn on the big stage.
Behave only if he makes you.
Happy Memorial Day, Jay.
Right. Yeah.
Happy
thank you.
Memorial Day, exactly.
Yep. Go away, folks.
Love you.
No. Mark, I'm going to send you
quiet
the
all of a
link.
sudden.
I already sent it to him.
Oh, shit. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Glenn. Where'd Glenn go?
He's right there.
Get more
I'm right
valuable
here. I'm right here.
comics.
Oh,
I'm asking, should I wait till he's on?
I would if he jumps
he's
on.
coming
Mark,
on.
let us know if we can jump on.
How do you know? How do you know he's even going to come on? He might not want.
I bet he
That's what I'm
does. He
asking.
loves.
We're making
He
a lot of
loves his
assumptions about what
Vogsy.
Mark's
He
going to
might.
do.
Well, hold on.
He
He
might
might.
or might
He
not.
might be reading. He might be reading an issue of Turok right now.
He might be
and
having to
just
put
want-
the kiddos
Wanna
to bed.
watch?
Dude, he
Yeah,
just saw
right.
the link.
Okay.
He loves his Voxy.
He said, "Don't worry about it.
No,
I'll-
Oh,
I'll click your link."
Oh,
where's Cliff? Oh, he's already gone.
Well,
would've jumped on
let
that.
me introduce to you guys one of the biggest DC fans like me you'll ever know, and one of my favorite people in the community. Love this guy, and he's also wearing a Turok hat, Mr. Mark Collision of Comics.
And for the record, I clicked on Matt's message, and then Vogsy said, "I'll send you the link after Matt just said it." So I left that, and I went and clicked on your link, Vogsy. That was close.
I'm better.
That was really close.
So-
And Jeff,
so-
I just finished this 10 minutes ago, the final Valiant Acclaim issue of Turok that exists. It was
Hey,
terrible.
see, I wasn't far off then.
No, you weren't. I just finished this. Now I'm sitting here doing channel member welcome packs. And I'm like,
Nice.
I'm definitely going to hop on and hang out.
Thank you,
Here you
Mark.
go.
Oh, I like the hat
Here
too.
you go, Mark. There's more. I still got.
Show
There
him.
you go. He knows.
Whoa.
Nice. You got 6 of them there.
Yeah, there's 6. I've got 11 total, I think.
Oh, fantastic.
wait,
dude. Thank you
wait.
so much.
Glenn, show him the book, the big boy book. I think Mark's gonna be happy for you.
Okay.
Mark,
I like
almost
to-
cried
Will,
when I
don't
saw
let
it.
Will lie. He just wants to see it again.
I would like to show Glenn a big boy book when he's done. Oh, that is a big boy book. That's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for Michael Turner Supergirl.
Yes, it is.
It's taken out of the pages of one of the panels inside of Superman Batman post-mortem
Yep.
and made into that. And that's about a $700 book raw normally.
Yep. I paid 3. It got sent from. It's probably a 9899.
That's insane.
It was from a
So what you
friend.
got,
It took me a year to get him to finally sell it to me.
What year did they do that? Like 16, 17, something around there?
Yeah, I think so.
That is an amazing, amazing book.
Yeah, that was my Turner Grail. Like I thought my Turner Grail was Witchblade 1 signed by Turner, but no. this one-
And then they made that book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mark,
So
how
what
many
you
Turok
got for
number
us?
ones do you have now?
More than a couple.
Just one. Just one.
He's got enough that he could probably cover it in them and have it take a picture of him
Well,
lay on the bed covered in the rocks.
You know, I started the year with that goal video stating I wanted to get a little more aggressive with picking them up, but I still don't want to just like go on eBay and buy one here and there kind of thing. You know, I'm trying to find creative ways to do it, like teamwork kind of thing.
Yeah.
But since January, I've probably acquired at least another 40 copies.
Wow.
Nice.
Which is kind of like
So
soft
what do you have for
collecting.
So what do you have for Glenn, Mark? You said you had something cool.
Yeah, y'all probably, some of y'all might have seen it already, but you.
I'll make you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Golden Age first appearance of Turok.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last year of the Golden Age, 1954.
I'm gonna
Very nice. And then
I'm
a
gonna have to
2.5.
buy
So
a Turok.
those people that don't know, Golden Age 2.5's like 6.5 of like Silver Age, Bronze Age.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna buy
this is-
myself a Turok and have Mark sign it for me.
This is like a
Yeah.
This was slabbed in 2005.
Ooh,
So
you
if
can.
just,
You
like, if
might be
guys
able to
cracked it and just resend it without CPR, it would still rate higher. It probably comes back like a 3.5 or a 4. And you can just see from the colors on it, it's ridiculous. Unless there's like schmegma on the pages inside or something, this is
Yeah.
definitely higher than a 2026 2.5. Yeah, there's
Mark.
Jason. Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
Yeah.
Is it missing the back
Yeah,
cover?
there's this
not missing
Turok,
nothing,
bro.
These Dells back in the day used to have like used to have comics on the cover, and then when they switched to Gold Key, they started doing the stuff that where like here's the first Phantom issue when he got his own book from the Silver Age,
Mhm.
and on the back cover it's the version of it. It would be a pinup
okay.
on the back,
Yeah.
but they used to
That's
do
cool.
this.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I used to
This
seeing
will
that.
be in a video tomorrow, Wednesday. But
And
yeah,
then
this-
Bronze Age, you get ads for flower packets and
Well, it's important that we plant flowers.
Sea monkeys.
Or in the Silver Age, you could get a giant like cardboard submarine that you couldn't fit anywhere except in the backyard, and it would just get rained on. You could get pet spider monkeys through the mail apparently, and they would be very feral and pissed off.
Climb up your arm and eat your face off.
Yep. Rip your face off, all kinds of
and
stuff.
Crocodiles that would end up growing out of your bathtub, and you had to dump them
Flush
in the
them down the
sewer.
toilet, and they end up eating some sewage worker.
No, you get it right, Matt. You flush them down the sewer, and they turn into killer crocs.
Y'all remember those movies from the 80s? There was 2 of them called Alligator, where it was literally alligators in the sewer. Those are so awesome.
It was a great movie. It'll be on bad cinema soon.
But the truth is,
that should be on good cinema, Matt. You're crossing a line.
They can't live in that water, and they
Well,
pretty much died.
you know, I wasn't going to call it so bad it's good, but like that name was already taken, so I couldn't use it. But,
Well, here's another big boy book for Mark. It just needs to be pressed a bit, and it'll bump up at least a grade.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Mine's a low grade is better than no grade. I actually got mine from Southern Comic Geek. I think it was his daughter that was getting married, so he did mystery box round. And I bought one, and a bunch of friends in the community bought him, and he had a bunch of DC books in them. So I opened mine, and then I traded the slab I got to somebody else, bought one person's, and got. So I acquired a lot of the keys that he put in these mystery boxes from across the community, just buying them off people and stuff. But
nice.
Yeah, that's
so, Mark, did you see the new clip I played earlier? I think you'll approve of it.
I think I'm going to say yes, just to spare everybody who's watched it.
Is it the one with Will Ferrell?
I approve.
Oh, you like it? Thank you.
There's not much I wouldn't approve of.
Yeah. Oh, who else is in there? Kevin, what happened to the
clock ticked?
What if we played a clip from Thor: Love and Thunder?
Somebody died.
I'd still approve of the clip. That's the only way that movie should be viewed.
The Zoolander clip? Yeah. I'm going to do a few more. Matt has really good ones, too. I like his Deadpool clip of choices.
Yeah, I got the one of Harley Quinn says, I love the perfume. What is it? The stench of death?
Yeah, for real. Oh, wow. I'm ready to get my pick up the books on Wednesday. There's a few on mine.
Did you end up getting your Godzilla Spider-Man?
Yes, finally. So, Glenn, the funny thing is I talked to the owner at the store, and he's like, or I messaged him, and he's like, oh, by the way, I had the store the whole time in my pull box, and I'm like, really?
So you paid, did you at least get your shipping back?
I need to talk to him still about that. I'll probably see him on Wednesday.
You got to go in there and pound your fist on the table and be like,
no, I like
my damn money now.
I like my.
I want to talk to the manager.
And while you're at it,
you got to get a Karen haircut and go, I want to speak to the manager.
You take a beer, and then you put 2 straws on it. Then you put a shot glass of sake on it. So when you're hitting the table, you do a sake bomb.
Sounds fun.
Okay. So as soon as that drops in, then you grab the. As soon as the sake hits, you take the beer and you drink it really quickly.
Let me know.
Dangerous.
What's that, Kevin?
Wow, the
Never
clock.
heard of it.
See, there's a secret door inside the clock. To get
No
to
way.
You're not supposed to tell us.
Gosh,
well, they kind of show it on the front cover.
Gosh, Kevin. Dang it, Kevin. You're ruining books. That book just came out, I swear.
Didn't they?
Novel spoiler.
This is 1932.
I would be able to do like in the blue copies. of the Hardy Boys. You could basically read the back and do a. I could do an oral book report, just basically saying word for word what was on there, and it'd be like, "Wow, you did really well. You read the book."
I'm surprised that hasn't been picked up and made into movies and stuff along the years.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Didn't they have a
Nancy
TV show?
Drew a lot more than
Ooh, hey, Karate Kid Legends comes out Thursday. I didn't know that.
Pass.
But what was it? Hulu
Yeah, it looks
had
good.
2 seasons of the Hardy Boys recently.
No Jaden Smith, no Karate Kid.
You mean Ralph Macchio, right?
No, I mean Jaden Smith, the Karate Kid, the one and only.
There is only one Karate Kid. It's what do you call it? Johnny Lawrence. That's
Johnny Lawrence.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
No mercy.
You got a problem with that?
Put him in a body bag, Johnny.
Yeah.
No sense.
Yeah,
What a
that
great
music
movie.
video is pretty hilarious with all of them in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be
All
cool.
these movies.
Glenn's coming to the dinner on Friday night, the meet and greet. So Glenn will meet a bunch of us actually. Mark.
I have a feeling it's going to get kind of buck wild. They're like,
No.
free
It'll be
drinks,
fun.
free drinks all night for 3 hours.
I'm coming
Mark,
too
I don't
funny,
know what
man.
I'm getting.
I don't drink. I don't drink.
I don't either, Matt.
And when I get drunk, I get
There's mine.
really
Hi, Puppet. It's your favorite person.
mad.
There's a lot of us that don't drink.
I got
If you
the
get,
Legion
if you get
DJ
2
links.
licks to eat, Santa, I will cut you. All right. I'm saying. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Puppet. It's your favorite person. I'm guessing you want me to play in traffic.
Trev.
See, the
No.
problem is when I drink, I break out in handcuffs. So it's not a good idea.
So it's
All right.
natural allergic reaction, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't play in traffic, you're gonna hurt somebody's
But
car, man. Like
if
that's,
we have,
that's not right.
What's up,
if we have
Tat?
karaoke, I'm gonna stun everybody with my rendition of "The Big Payback" by James Brown.
I'm trying to I was trying to get it to happen. I don't sing karaoke, but I do pay attention, and there's a couple of people that have asked in passing over the past couple of months if that'll be there. So I was talking to Dave and I mentioned it, and he's seeing what he could throw together.
Well, I'm gonna do the best rendition of Jessica that you've ever heard.
Well, that's good. I haven't heard
Nice.
one, so
Cool.
You know what? I'm gonna do the best
Is that an
rendition of.
For
instrumental?
those that
I
know,
get
they
that.
know.
I
I
get
got
that.
that reference.
No, I'm gonna do the best rendition.
You do that,
I'm
and I'll
gonna
do in
do.
memory of Elizabeth III.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm gonna do the best rendition of the tequila song. Da 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 tequila. Da 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 tequila.
I do a mean version of "It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right" by DJ Rob Bass or
Easy Rock.
Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. Yeah. I'm gonna make Vlogs go first and do
Of
"Bust a
course,
Move"
Pat.
by Young MC.
What was it? Y'all
Yeah,
were talking
no.
about 3 Dog
Patrick.
9 earlier, and
Yeah.
no one mentioned one.
Nope,
It's like their
Huh?
greatest song.
I'm not familiar with it.
One is the loneliest number.
Oh.
Yeah, damn, I thought that was somebody else. I didn't know that was him that sung that song.
Who's that by?
One.
It's about 3 Dog 9, I think.
No.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I think
Google
so.
it.
Yeah.
One is the loneliest number. No, it isn't. I think
Yeah, it's
that's,
not a it's not a Sesame Street song. It was actually
No, I didn't think it was a Sesame Street song, but
One is the loveliest number.
or you could go with the Bee Gees. I started
3
a
Dog
joke.
9.
Oh,
They
you're
got
right.
the whole
Yep.
world crying.
Okay.
Then
what else?
I started to cry.
Okay, no more singing on my streams.
Got the whole world laughing. Oh, but I didn't see that the joke was on me.
Yeah,
All right.
it was too bad.
No, eat me.
Apparently, Filter did a version in 1998 for the X-Files.
Hey,
Like
Robin
as in
Pop
filter, hey,
Springs.
hey man, nice shirt.
And Harry Nilsson, of course, Harry Nilsson does everything. So
Mark, Pop's ready.
Harry
Pop's
Nilsson
all
was
ready.
awesome.
Is Pops all ready for Heroes?
All you got to do is wake up that morning, get in the car.
Exactly right.
That's 100% of the prep is put it. I double check, make sure the man gets his underoos on, and we're good to go.
Right.
Brush your teeth.
Won't make that mistake twice.
I
You know what I
wonder
mean?
how far Roscoe has to drive. I don't think that far, right? Don't
A
him
little
and
bit
Brian live
closer than
near-
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Roscoe's a little bit not much closer. Roscoe's about 40 minutes up the road from me, you know, just up the street and in the direction of Heroes Con.
Is Brian out of the way of Heroes Con?
Brian is in the exact same place Roscoe is.
Okay. Very cool, Ted. Yeah.
So y'all know how I go to the zoo all the time?
Yeah,
I
that's
go to the zoo.
awesome, dude.
Brian lives right next to the zoo, and the zoo's like it's not in this town, but it's just up the street. You know, it's under an hour drive, which is, I mean, when it takes you 20 minutes to get onto the highway, kind of thing, that's really nothing. You know what I mean? It's just up the road.
And Mark, the best animal is the flamingo, obviously, right?
Turtle. The flamingo is my spirit animal, but the turtle is
That
definitely
is
my
your
favorite
spirit animal.
Yeah,
I like turtles.
Flamingos
all
are
the way
freaking
down.
dope. Dude,
all
I
the way
think I've-
down. Yes.
Oh, Sturgeon Simpson. I got that one too.
Hey, check this out. Even if you're not a baseball fan, you probably remember 41 years ago, the greatest brawl in baseball history took place at Atlanta Stadium versus the Padres. 5 people arrested, 4 managers ejected, 31 people ejected from the stadium, and 16 players ejected from the game.
I think we could top that.
Man. And we're going to go for the biggest brawl at a comic convention.
that was back when people still watched baseball.
Where's that
People
clip?
just don't
There's
tune into
a
sports.
picture I saw, Kevin. It was like a guy there was a guy running on the field while there was a line drive hit down, and Dusty Baker picked up the line drive in left field, and he was in the middle of throwing, and a guy streaks across the field while another guy is slumped over the rail throwing up because he's so drunk.
I've seen that. Yep, I've seen that.
I'm gonna go to a baseball game so I can get blind drunk.
I went to a fight in a baseball. Hey, Jeff, I went to a baseball game. Went to a fight. The baseball game broke out.
Right.
Southern Comic Geek was at the game. Robin Ventura charged Nolan Ryan.
Oh yeah, the only guy that
Stop besmirching hockey like
Nolan
that.
Ryan in one game.
Yeah.
Don't be
Nolan
besmirching hockey
Nolan Ryan
like that.
fucking
Don't
gave
say
Robin
that.
Ventura the 1, 2, 3.
Hockey is made for it.
He got 29 hits off of Robin Ventura that night.
Dude, he came in like a freight train, and Nolan Ryan's like, "Come get it, come get it. I got 6 punches right here for you."
He run right at him with his head down like this, like he's like charging him like a bull. And
he
Nolan Ryan
grabs him around the
that
neck.
headlock and starts wearing his head out.
You know, as strong as these guys are nowadays, when they do that shit, like I'm gonna rush them out of the pitches. They're so strong. If they knew how to fight, they could hurt each other bad. But baseball players cannot fight. Oh God, it's so ugly.
They have their arms and their muscle memory trained to not swing a punch, but to throw a ball.
Yeah,
so keep that in mind. When they go swing their arm, like everything takes over, and they're not punching.
They fight like drunk people in bars, and they're like, "I'm going to load this."
But you know what? The thing is, though, maybe a pitcher can't throw a punch, can't throw a punch. He can throw a pitch. So, like, and back in the day, it was old school. Like, if you crowded the plate too much on Bob Gibson, he would hit
you get chin music.
And like, who was it? Some guy that used to be his catcher said, "I went up to bat after I got traded, and I was his roommate before I got traded." And the first at bat up with the new team, and he beat me just to let me know that we're not roommates anymore. And then I said, like Bob Gibson's last game.
Go?
I don't know. He might have just
no.
himself out.
There's a story where Bob Gibson was like,
I was in the. Yeah, go ahead. I was in the middle of the story.
Bob Gibson would even hit his own mom.
I'll tell you what he did in his last game. He said he just lost internet. In his last game, he threw a pitch, and the guy hit a grand slam off of him.
Yep.
15 or 20 years later, in an old timers game, He was pitching in that game, and the same guy came up to bat, and he hit him first pitch.
That does not surprise me.
Dude, you know they raised the pitching mounds because of Bob Gibson.
Yeah. And Sandy Koufax, too.
Yes.
Because Sandy Koufax was just dominating everybody.
Sandy Koufax was dominant, but the last few years of his career, the beginning of his career was mediocre, if you look at his numbers. And I love Sandy Koufax.
But he was still one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Oh, yeah, by far. Yeah, exactly. Right, Mark.
How does raising the mound?
Do I hear Finn or Monkey?
Both of them. They're out of school now.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that's so weird.
Living their best life.
You guys in the South get out and you go in earlier than the North. It's weird.
Well, they have different holidays and out times. They go for the same amount of days, but
yeah,
they do different breaks and stuff.
Dad, get off the computer and come entertain me.
I want to play
What's
Fortnite,
up,
Dad.
Finn? Hey, Finn.
Come on,
hey,
Dad.
buddy.
Hey, Finn. Hey, bud.
Monkey asleep? No.
Nope.
No such luck.
Come on, what? To do what? No, I'm not laying down.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You tired? Well, go lay down. Is she still watching her stuff?
Yeah.
Tell her it's your turn.
Man, mine are 12 and 14. I miss having them like little like that.
My oldest is about to be 18.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, you told me that.
Oh, Kevin's
That's when I was like,
back.
what?
What the heck?
Yep.
She had her honors day this past week was awesome,
Okay.
and she has her graduation Wednesday.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
Mark
imagine.
has two. Mark has
Things all the
three.
time.
Going to college Mark?
Mark has 3. Matt has like 10 kids. No, I'm kidding.
I have none that I know of.
No, Matt's like, I am the kid.
But there was this girl in Tijuana.
It was his girl. We don't talk about her anymore, though. Yeah.
Doesn't count if it's in another nation.
That's right. I don't know.
So how many more do you need? How many more do you need, Mark?
Turok ones?
Yeah.
There's not a finite number. I know that. Man, I don't even want to say this because in fear that he might hear it and get competitive. But my closest competitor in my race to all copies of Turok, not literally, but was at 200 something copies.
What's the print run?
1.7.
Wow.
Okay.
Million.
Well,
There's no short supply.
No.
Right.
What's
Now,
the
I'm just going to keep getting them till it gets boring, which who knows if it ever will. It's fun to hunt comics, and there's not a lot of stuff out there that I actually need. I mean, none of us need any of these, but there's not a lot of stuff that I'm ever actually hunting at like a specific time. You know, I'm always trying to finish out my Tales to Astonish run, but I only buy those in person. And I only buy like complete and readable copies at the right price. Yeah, I knew that SOB would be watching. But so like there's like right now, like I've just completed the Transformers run I wanted. I just completed the Turok run. And so like this whole thing started with just like having something fun to go after because I always just kind of pick them up here and there. So I'm like, I'll just see how many I end up with.
It'd be fun to get it. Go ahead.
Sorry, Will. What was the what's the max the boundary on price that you want to?
Oh, I don't pay more than a couple of dollars for one of them. That's all they're worth is a couple of dollars.
Okay.
Most of them I find for $1. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be meeting up with a local that's a buddy of mine who's a full-time vendor. And he's always buying collections because he sets up at shows like maybe 40 weekends out of the year. You know, that's what he does full time. and he's been putting some aside for me. He's got one of the gold ones and a stack of them, and he ended up with a signed copy, and he sells them to me for 50 cents a book, because that's just what he sells them for. They're just in his 50-cent bins, you know.
Yeah.
Is when you buy collections, you end up with a lot of 90s stuff and a lot of Valiant stuff that just, if you don't
Well,
put
I
it,
just wanted to know what to if they're there, what the range is. So if it's like $5, obviously don't buy them.
If it's $5, it better be like a crispy.
Crispy. It'd be fun to get
Most of them are crispy because no one ever read the thing.
When you're in the in America's Hat, aren't you?
Yes, I'm like right at the border. 5 minutes. Like I'm
To be
5
fair,
minutes.
99% of your entire population is.
Yep.
But are you familiar with the website mycomicshop.com?
Yep.
So for context, you know how they lay things out. They try to do a raw grading of the books. So if they have multiple copies, you can kind of pick what price range and condition of a book you want.
Mm-hmm.
They mark all of their Toroks at $250 a book, I think, except for near mint copies. They put it $14 because I don't think they want to sell them. So I don't know why they do that.
Okay, well, you know the 3 that you got for me that one day, those are like crispy.
Nice.
Do they have CPVs?
Do they have what?
No.
Canadian press variants. No.
Very cool.
It'd be cool to have a grade, one in each grade.
I probably most of them are crispy.
Don't start him off on another side quest.
Well, then you'd probably have to damage some of them to make them a 0.5 or 1.5 or 2.5.
Matt, I think you mentioned that before, didn't you, Matt? I think Matt brought that same point up. Like that would be just for funsies, you know, because it's not an expensive entry. I mean, you're only spending a couple dollars on a book to see if you can create the grade you want for them. And try to do like an entire showcase of grades. But that would be
a friend of mine is doing that for Marvel Secret Wars number 8. He's doing he's trying to get every single grade from top to bottom.
I saw a guy on YouTube, I can't remember what channel it was, but he tried to get the worst grade possible out of a book. Like he just got he got the book that was the least expensive. It was some Superman book in like 98 or something. And he just threw dirt on it. All kinds of stuff.
What's the worst
grade? In to see what grade he could get.
No grade.
No grade is the
book of all time. Yeah.
And then a 0.5 means it's missing something.
Yeah.
0.5, you might as well just throw off the cover.
I think I saw a 0.5 and it was just like a shred of the cover or something.
I don't know, Glenn. I ended up getting a first appearance of Galactus in a 0.5 because it's missing an ad page. It doesn't affect the story.
Oh, look, he's got doubles.
Okay, that's
actually they're not the same.
I paid like
it's complete, right?
It's missing an ad page that doesn't affect the story. So I consider
that's like technically so you started a 3.5.
Have you ever seen where the guys will take like an Amazing Spider-Man 1 or AF-15 and they'll just like sell pages out of it individually? I think
you can go on my comic shop and see where they sell pages of Action 1. And I did the math. Even the pages that don't have Superman on them, if you just do the math, you pay more money buying it by the page than you would just getting like a low grade of the whole book. Buy more,
it's like parting out an old car or something.
Yeah, because there's people out there that do good restoration work that could potentially, over the course of years, collect some pages and marry them together with antique staples and stuff.
Yep.
Jerry the Jitterbug could do it and make it look like an original copy.
So we had a little excitement in the group chat today. Y'all, there was like a flurry of butt dials at the same time.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm just surprised that it took this long to happen to that group. It's normally a rite of passage for a group chat.
So, Glenn, here's a little trivia for you about the Hardy Boys. Between 1959 and 1973, they rewrote the first 38 volumes to remove, racist stuff and to make the cops were like the Keystone Cops in the originals, and they wanted to make them more respectable in the current ones. And all the villains were foreigners.
Of course.
They wanted to, get
just
rid
like
of
those World War II war comics, how they would show the Japanese, with the big Coke bottle glasses and stuff.
Yeah, there's one book, one of the original books written in 1930 something, that does have the N word in it.
Oh,
Frank says, Joe, I think there's an N in the woodpile. And I mentioned that in a group chat in Facebook, and the guy goes, "No way, really?" And he looked, and he comes back, and he goes, "Okay, who wants to buy this? I don't even want this in my house."
Can I ask you a serious question, Kev?
Yeah.
Do you put that on the shelf next to or under your Neil Gaiman stuff?
Too soon? Too soon.
But yeah, too soon.
Well, doesn't he say that like the guy in is it Tom Sawyer? Did he call the guy like something?
Jim, yeah.
Jim?
Oh no, you're talking about
Huckleberry Finn. Okay, I knew it was one of them.
That's actually the name of the guy's referred to as in Joe. And he's one of the main characters. But Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, made sure that people knew that word never passed the lips of his mouth. It was in the book to reinforce.
Well, it may not have, but he wrote it. He wrote it on a page.
Oh man, it's over 400 times in the book. But it's his name, so he's referred to.
But when was it written? It was written during a time where, unfortunately, that was normal.
It's written in 1800s.
Yeah, I mean.
But the thing is, he wrote it. It's anti-racist. The whole book is. I mean,
Matt, did you ever, Kevin? Did you ever read Brer Bear and that stuff?
Who are you asking the question? I'm confused now.
Don't know.
I meant Kevin. Did you read Brer Rabbit and that stuff?
Oh yeah, I've got the one original print of Brer Rabbit. It's not called Song of the South. What the heck was the original? Tales of something. I can pull it out in a minute. But I was talking about Huck Finn because I'm a huge fan of Huck Finn. I'll show you how big.
Yeah, I read it when I was a kid.
I had to.
You probably read an edited version. This is the author
unabridged.
Yep, unabridged, authoritative text.
I don't know. I remember the word though being in it, so I don't know what I read. But.
There's 3 chapters that were taken out and put into Life on the Mississippi. They reinserted them into this book. And it's also got annotations all about it. That's how I know about him stating that the word never passed his lips. And there's 3 pages that are just one of the reasons that this book is one of the greatest American novels ever written, where Huckleberry Finn is thinking about how he was raised, that helping a slave escape slavery was a mortal sin. That's what they taught him in church back then.
Yeah.
And,
different world.
And getting things straight, because Joe was his friend, his best friend.
It was Jim.
Jim. Yeah, you're right. Jim.
Huckleberry Finn was before Tom Sawyer, right?
No, I believe it was after. Tom Sawyer was written more for kids, whereas Huckleberry Finn
was Tom Sawyer in The Adventures of Huck Finn?
Yes. He's in the beginning of it, and Huck Finn is also in Tom Sawyer. And but the 3 pages are him sitting there thinking to himself, rationalizing, how can I help my friend escape slavery? And finally, he just concludes that I'm going to help him if I burn in hell for it.
And
but
doesn't he
you
help
have to
him?
read it because it's so well written that it impacts you. You know, it's just amazing. The guy has a way with words, to say the least. And
my dad loves his
back
books.
there, I pulled it off of right. The top shelf there, that's all Twain. And a lot of people don't know there's actually 3 Tom Sawyer books. Tom
Really?
Sawyer's a
What's the
detective.
third?
Tom Sawyer goes around the world in a hot air balloon. They're kind of silly. They're not near as good as the
Does
first.
he get older in each one?
He's a teenager throughout the course of them. A little older, but not enough to make a difference. Unlike the Hardy Boys, who have over 300 books and they stay the same age.
Doesn't make
Until
sense.
the case files. They end up in college and they actually work for the FBI in the case files.
The biggest takeaway that I ever had from Mark Twain was his quote, "It's easier to fool a man than it is to convince him that he's been fooled."
Right. I like the one where he says, it's better to stay. What's the one where he says it's better to stay silent?
I think about that on a regular occasion.
Mouth and prove you're a fool.
Yeah.
A lie can travel around the world before the truth has its boots on.
A man who doesn't read doesn't have an advantage over a man who can't read.
That's a good one.
But the fooling someone is just like, yeah, that's
so true.
That's
Who on the
people, hubris kicks in like instantly with all of us, just to different degrees, and
who
I've
on
learned
the
it this way. That must be the way it is. You can't tell me different. Yep. It's hard.
Kevin, is it Pratchett or Gaiman, the one who says, if we don't believe it, then it won't come true, but if we do believe it, it will exist? Or
I think
something?
that was Peter Pan. I do believe in fairies. I do.
No, it's a Pratchett quote about believing, I think, right? Isn't that something, Kevin?
I don't know. There's one where Neil Gaiman paraphrases a paragraph that P.G. Wodehouse wrote about fairy tales. Fairy tales are more. Okay, I can remember it. I don't have to look it up. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us they can be beaten.
Yeah.
I like that. I like this quote. One sec. What is it? If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite.
Yep.
William Blake.
Like,
even though they think it's Huxley, but it's not Huxley.
What about Bertram Russell? The problem with the world is that the intelligent are full of doubt and the stupid are cocksure.
Right.
What about I'm going to get my kicks where the whole shit house goes up in flames, Jim Morrison? I'm just kidding. I always like the Aussie one. It was in Hackers. What did he say? Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. I don't know. I like
wasn't that Stewie's alter ego family
Bertram,
guy?
yeah.
Bertram, yeah. That makes sense.
I like. Here's a few I like. For animals, the entire universe has been neatly divided into things to A, mate with, B, eat, C, run away from, and D, rocks.
What was D?
Rocks.
Rocks.
I like this quote by Pratchett. I just read. It is said that your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. That is true. It's called life.
Yeah.
I like Casey Stengel once said, "There comes a time in every man's life, and I've had plenty of them."
Stengel had some of the best quotes.
The arrogance of ignorance amazes me. Piers Anthony.
I always like Yogi Berra when he told everybody to line up. What did he say? Something according to height. It was so stupid. He said it made no sense. That line up alphabetically in order of height. That's what he said.
They say a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, but it's not one half so bad as a lot of ignorance.
It ain't over till it's over was Yogi Berra too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I like what he said when he was in school, and the teacher, he failed a test in grade school or high school or something. She said, "Yogi, do you know anything?" He said, "Ma'am, I don't even suspect nothing."
Here's one. If only he could have reached out to us, any one of us, he could have saved himself. But you know what? Some people don't want to be saved because saving means changing, and changing is always harder than staying the same. It takes courage. It takes courage to face yourself in the mirror and look beyond the reflection to find
Did anybody
that
play?
you should have been.
Oh,
Tony Daniel, Batman, Battle for the Call #3.
did anybody play GTA 5? I did. They had
What's the song? Southern
Kenny Loggins.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
They had Kenny Loggins as a DJ, and he had some of the best quotes. DJ Loggins. Kevin, I'll have to send you it. It's really funny.
There's a quote that I like to take when we talk about the music business. That Hunter S. Thompson used to say, he goes, the music business is a long, it's a shallow money trench or something. He says that we're pimps run free and good men die like dogs. And there's also a negative side.
Oh, so Kevin, look at these ones. I'm gonna put the link backstage if you can just pull it up. It's pretty funny because these are from GTA 5 on a radio station that Loggins is the DJ. I love these. These are fun.
Of course, the most famous quote is, "Only a ninja can destroy a ninja. Ninja 3, the domination."
Right.
All right.
Here's one from a guy.
That's the one I'll stick by.
This guy's a music reviewer and a music industry guy. He says, when done right, music is powerful. Talking heads in elected positions can spew their hogwash, but they can't compete with the power of the note from one guitar.
Yes, SCG, Kenny Loggins, Footloose. Yeah, but some of the quotes, I'm going to read a few of them. They all have to do with songs. One sec.
Are we into the danger zone? Danger zone.
Yeah, one sec.
I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me. Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking.
Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up.
The trouble with having an open mind, of course, is that people will insist on coming along and trying to put things in it.
Oh, this one makes me laugh. He quotes before the songs on the radio. One's, "It's Saturday night, and you just got into a fist fight with Elton John. Things are definitely getting weird here."
Build a man a fire and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm the rest of his life.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm trying to find.
I like this one.
I like what Southern Comic Geek said. The last time I listened to the news was when Huey Lewis was with him.
I miss Huey Lewis in the news, man. That's a great song.
It's hip to be square.
It shouldn't be like this. There isn't a way things should be. There's just what happens and what we do.
Man, we're getting into deep water now.
This is one of my favorite quotes from the game. Because like I say, he runs a radio station and he plays the song. It goes, "Are you ready for the journey ahead?" He calls himself DJ Loggins in the game. I've got a nice bottle of Pinot, some wine, coolers, 180 proof rum, and a guitar. So as we sail into the sunset, the last thing you'll remember is my voice yelling at the police helicopter. "Nobody's going to stop us." Ah, yes, the 80s will live on forever. Freaking love Loggins. It's actually Loggins who voices himself in the game. It's awesome.
He who makes a beast of himself takes away the pain of being a man. Oh, yeah. Are they in Germany now, Mark?
What book is that? Terminator. Ooh.
They've traveled through all the war zones in it, right? They're traveling through all the wars.
Just different hot spots and throughout time, Skynet's assessed situations. This one, I'm not going to blow it up. You're reading it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. But this one's a World War II POW camp. There's a, well, it's not even a POW camp. It's a goddamn concentration camp. There's an inmate who's on the Skynet hit list.
There's one quote that all the homicide detectives had hanging in their little cubicles, and it was I think it's Nietzsche. It says, "Beware staring into the
Nietzsche.
abyss, as the
Nietzsche.
abyss will look back into you," or something like that.
Yeah, Nietzsche had some really interesting ones.
Those that stare into the abyss, what was it? Be something as the abyss will stare back.
Yeah. In other words, don't turn into
Hold
what
on.
you know.
Yeah, hold on.
But that one stuck with me.
Yeah, I'm getting the right quote. If you stare into the abyss also stares into you.
Yes. Yes.
That's similar to one.
Nietzsche.
Yeah.
Very true. And sometimes you don't even realize it's happening. It happens slowly.
There's another one that's close. It's something about when you stare into the abyss. Something about monsters. I can't remember it.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Here's one of my favorites. It has always seemed strange to me, the things we admire in men: kindness, generosity, openness, honesty, understanding, and feeling, are the concomitants of failure in our system. And those traits we detest, sharpness, greed, acquisitiveness, meanness, egotism, and self-interest, are the traits of success. And while men admire the quality of the first, they love the produce of the second.
You know what's a really interesting quote? There's one by Nietzsche where he said, "If you stare long enough into the void stares back at you."
That's what
he's on a delay. He's on like about a 10-second delay.
Me?
And Glenn just said that.
Hey, what's up, Aaron? What's up, John?
That reminds me of another one.
We just go with the George Carlos says the reason I talk to myself is because the only one whose answer, because I'm the only one whose answer I accept.
I saw George Carlin.
Mark, was that the book about the where it's part of the Revolutionary War thing?
That's the Ghost Machine title called Redcoat. It's about an immortal. The founding fathers of America were into dark arts, and this Redcoat was a deserter, and he's kind of like Jack Sparrow in the sense that he falls upwards, and he ended up falling into immortality, disrupting their ritual. And the story takes place over different parts in time as he's immortal. You've had like an issue, like mainly the main body of like 6 issues. He was dealing with young Albert Einstein, and we visited at the end of Albert's life, and we're back at the Civil War for this one. Yeah, the Annie Oakley issue was amazing.
I love the Annie Oakley issue, and the Johnny Appleseed issue was good.
Yeah, the Johnny Appleseed issue was great as
and
well.
did they run into like when he's with Einstein, they have to stop Benedict Arnold, who is actually immortal too.
Yeah, he's the last and only other immortal left.
It's always surprising to be reminded that while you're watching and thinking about people, all knowing and superior, they're watching and thinking about you right back at you.
Dad, watch my hands reports. I'm in the void, Aaron. Okay, no more quotes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Redcoat reminded me of
I wasn't even going to say
Highlander because of the immortality and the jumping through time. Different.
And actually, though, he's bound to the United States. Like if he leaves the shore of the United States, he slowly starts to die. Right, Mark?
What is it?
Like Redcoat, like Simon Pure. If he leaves the United States, though, if he gets off of the soil of the United States, though, he starts to die. Right? He's only immortal in the United States.
Yeah, he's safe on water inside the confines of American water, which is not designated. In the story right now that we just started during the Civil War, he's a neutral party paid hand running whatever, he's like a carrier for both sides of the war. And it just became news to him that you need to pick a side, and you need to pick the right side, because if the wrong side wins, America will cease to exist and something else will take its place. And if that happens, you will cease to exist.
Oh,
it's a really cool concept.
Oh, wow. Dang, Gene. Yeah, that's crazy. Is it? It's ongoing, right, Mark?
Yeah, it's fantastic too.
That's not good, Gene. You need more sleep than that, buddy.
And you got some great art by Brian Hitch in it, and he's just killing it on that book.
And you like you like Geiger, right, Mark? I haven't read it. But...
I love Geiger. Yeah, I love the Ghost Machine stuff. It's hard to find something
You and Trev both
consistently better quality than what the team at Ghost Machine is putting out.
I love it.
Let's see, you
Hornsby
Trev,
and Halo is kind of weak
Me.
sauce, but I like the Rockefellers a lot. But Redcoat, Geiger, and Rook are fantastic. Hyde Street is insane with that Ivan Reese artwork in there. And there's little spin-offs that they've done, little one-shots to go with it. Or Devour.
Are they got a one called First Soldier coming out or something like that?
No, it's First Ghost. That'll be actually
First Ghost. Okay, yeah.
That'll be a checkerboard book. It'll be a part of the unnamed. So like there's Ghost Machine. It's printed at Image, but it might as well just call it like Marvel DC Ghost Machine, because under Ghost Machine they have different stuff. Like Rook is its own book. The Rockefellers and Hornsby and Halo exist under the Family Odyssey imprint. And then Redcoat, Ghost Machine. Technically, I guess Hyde Street will eventually, but Redcoat, Geiger, and First Ghost is coming. The Northerner now is here. Probably get his own book. What's the other one? The Blizzard. Those are all checkerboard books that they exist under the unnamed, meaning they all exist on the same universe, but different parts of the timeline. Like Geiger's in the far future. Redcoat is wherever they want to write him and stuff like that. It's
now really we got cool. Junkyard Joe has arrived in Geiger, so it's pretty cool.
He's amazing, dude.
Yeah. And Gary Frank blows my mind. Every issue I get, Gary Frank just blows my mind with what he's doing in Geiger with that artwork. And then Jeff Johns is amazing writing. You got the glowing woman now, and
Ash Arden, he's a psychopath.
Yeah. And what I've read up to is he just realized that like she's been lying to him the whole time. That doctor is still alive. That's where I ended up.
Chained up in the basement.
Yeah.
I know Steve the Voice Wide and Trev love Ghost Machine as well.
Mm-hmm. If you want to get an idea, just watch the hangout I did with Jeff Johns, Brian Hitch, and Jason Fabot.
Oh, did I tell you, Mark? I contacted Nathan Zerdy, and he answered me back today.
You getting into a draw you on a cover or something?
No, he may be coming on the show in December.
Nice. You want to know a secret about comic creators? They're normal people. They're normal people for one, but for two, they want to do stuff like that. They want to promote their books. This isn't a normal industry. There's not commercials and ads and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just just make a generic invitation. Hi, I'm Matt. I have a YouTube channel and I have a following of people that are readers and they're really interested in new comics that come out each week, and we'd love to hear about your upcoming or current projects. If you want to promote them and just talk very informally with us, I'd love to have you on. Just start sending it out to everybody at once.
They don't seem rock stars, you know. They don't act like rock stars.
No, I mean, that's why I asked Zerdy, because I figured it was like, you know, I'm not going to send a message to Chris Claremont. Maybe I don't think he would probably reply.
Why not?
Some of them act like rock stars.
I was just saying that I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right, go ahead and take it easy, man.
I was trying to get him in real quick. I know he had to go to bed. Thanks, Glenn. If anybody
I'm sure
some
of the big ones act like rock stars.
Vatican City.
I got issue 1 coming soon.
You need to reach out to Mark.
I will.
Mark Miller.
I want to reach out to a lot of them. I'm just going to start
Miller,
like a message, like a standard message.
Miller.
It's Miller, right?
Yep.
Miller. Yeah.
Well, tell him to stop spelling with an A.
For years, but it's Miller.
Well, it's because he's is he Irish?
Scottish.
Scottish or Irish. Yeah, Scottish.
Yeah, don't get those two confused. They
I
would
know.
think
Well, it's
that.
not like he's here. It's like mixing up. It's like asking an Australian if he's from New Zealand
or England. They would want.
Matter of fact, I might ask Simon that next week just to get on his nerves.
Just do what I do and keep it simpler. You American?
Yeah. Are you American?
Oh, you're not. Okay,
Oh, Aaron,
that's
I sent
fine.
you
We
the
can make it
link.
work.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, my family.
Is you ain't part of my constituents.
Is you ain't. Yeah.
My mother's side of the family is direct.
I like what he told his son in that movie, Mark. He's like,
Their parents were all Scottish.
I'm glad your mom died and Mary's mom. I'm sorry, Kevin. Go ahead. I talked right over you.
Oh, I was just saying my mom's side of the family. She's 100% Scottish blood.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Because her parents were both Scottish, and her grandparents were all Scottish. They came over and
Are you first generation?
Well, my dad's not Scottish, so in fact I don't know for sure what he is. European.
I don't know how they would define that.
No, what I was going to say, Mark, was when you said that quote, the one that reminded me of is where he says to his son, "I'm glad your mama died in childbirth. She's seen you, she'd have died of shame."
That's a quote.
Yeah, right.
I think I'm gonna hit. I want to hit the 2-hour 30 mark, and then we'll close it off.
2 hour 30. Okay.
Yeah, but my mom made
Yeah, it's like you just kidnapped us just then, Vogsy.
Yeah, I know. He's like, you can't go now. We locked the doors.
Yeah, you just locked the doors.
It's like Saw. It's turned into an episode
No,
of
only
Saw.
Mark can leave. Only Mark can leave.
I'm gonna sit here and start cutting up my foot now. It's gonna take a minute.
My great grandmama's maiden name is McLeod. And my mom is Gunn, and the Gunn clan is an offshoot of the McLeod clan.
Is he still alive?
All from the Highlands of Scotland.
His mom is not.
My mom passed away about 6 months ago.
Oh,
Champions of the universe.
Still,
No,
I'll never get over it.
Dude, if my mom's maiden name was something as badass as that, I think I would have to legally change my name. No offense to my dad, but like,
Yeah,
you can understand at that point. Like,
I'm Kevin McLeod of the Clan McLeod.
yeah, it even sounds good.
They are from the Highlands of Scotland. Which
That's
is funny
amazing.
because I can't stand
You
the
guys
cold.
want to hear something funny about my dad's side of the family? There, generations back, there was a family called the Kraushaars, which is German, means curly hair. Married a family called the Krauses, which means curly. And then my dad's, which is his dad's side. My last name's Vogel. It means bird. My dad's mom's family is Scottish. Their last name was McDowell.
So it's curly haired birds. Is that where we're going with this?
No, my last name just
Curly haired bird McDowell's.
Curly haired bird McDowell's. Okay, Jeff.
Curly haired.
I lost track along the way. Jeff's keeping up though.
Yeah.
And then there's the Big Duck clan. I'm really familiar with them.
Yeah, Kevin, I think you are related. Kevin, I think you're related to Scrooge somehow.
I wish we had his pockets. He's got some deep pockets like a Scrooge does.
Yeah. A whole vault.
Yeah, I remember that. He did that skit on Saturday Night Live too. It's like, welcome to all things Scottish. Everything else, if it's not Scottish, it's crap.
Yep.
Crap.
Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies is Braveheart, of course.
Oh, I could watch Braveheart anytime.
I used to have the stand-up of Mel Gibson, and I didn't have any room to put it in so I put it behind the door in my house, and every now and then I would open the door, and people would be like, "Holy shit, there's a dude standing there."
Not Aaron. Did you ever see the movie on Netflix with Chris Pine where he's the last king or something? He's like in Scotland. They call him the last
It's a direct follow-up to Braveheart. He plays
Robert the Bruce. Yeah.
Dude, that scene where they gut homeboy hanging from the wall is insane. I'm like,
that's wild. There's another one that's good. It's got Timothy Chalamet in it, and he's I can't remember what king he is of England, and they have the Battle of Hastings or whatever, and they're in this muddy field. It's just wild. Like the guys went out there that knew when they went out there first, they were probably going to die because it was muddy, and people were like falling in the mud, and like they were sinking in the mud and drowning and shit. It was like, oh God.
That reminds me of the Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones when they're fighting in the mud pit and everything, and there's just too many of them in one place, and they're all just sinking and dogpiling on each other, covered in dirt and blood, and just weight and exhaustion of television in history
ever.
That
That
scene
one when they killed the dragon, and it falls into the ice. That episode was cool too.
Dude, when Jon Snow posts up in front of Ramsay's horses coming at him, and he doesn't flinch, he doesn't back down, and he doesn't simply draw his sword. He takes his sword belt off as he takes his sword off, and he throws the sheath down because he never planned on putting it back in there.
Right.
He was like, this is it, let's go. But man, I got goosebumps right now, dude. Just thinking about that moment when he just rears up and then his team's right there with him. I'm like, God.
Mel Gibson got all the accolades for Braveheart, but I thought that Angus McFadden playing Robert the Bruce, the part where he turns on Wallace, then rescues him, then goes back and sees what he did. And you could like the way his face was, that part gives me goosebumps. I mean, that's why I can watch that movie anytime that it comes on.
Well, Mel Gibson directed it as well, didn't he?
What's that?
Didn't Mel Gibson direct Braveheart as well?
I think he did. Yeah. I think he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like, you know, everyone, you think Braveheart, everyone thinks Mel Gibson, but Robert the Bruce, man, he kind of just falls to his knees and he's got the look on his face of a man's heart that just broke. Yeah. You know,
there's some good acting.
Then he goes and talks to his dad.
I like the Irish mercenary that's with Wallace and all of them. He says, God says he can get me out of this, but he's pretty sure y'all are fucked.
Now, I had a bunch of the Highlander on VHS, but man, not the whole series.
The movie I'm thinking
back in the day cost $100 a season. Or 125
Even in the DVD days, it was like $50 to $60 for a season because those box sets were like the big fold-out things. They were bulky, and pressing discs wasn't as simple as it is now.
Yeah. Now we got
the movie I was thinking of
that came out was $1,000. The first DVD player, it's crazy. I remember
the first VHS player was $1,000.
That might have been what I was thinking of. The first Christmas when DVDs affected my Christmas list was the year that Gone in 60 Seconds came out.
Oh yeah, I
wanted that for Christmas on DVD. No, I wanted it for Christmas. We didn't have a DVD player, and just like now, how they promote digital media, they release things to buy a digital copy on your TV like 2 weeks before the physical media. With the VHS DVD thing, it was like a 2-month wait. Like they released the DVD and 2 months later the VHS was coming out. Well, Gone in 60 Seconds, the DVD came out before Christmas and the VHS wasn't till after Christmas. And I was bummed. I was so ready to see that movie again. I saw it in theaters, and back then, you see something in theaters and you like itch waiting for it to release again because
back then especially
it just hit better, and that weight was ooh.
What did you guys think of?
Y'all have no idea what it was like before VHSs.
No, I don't.
I do know what it was like.
That was it. You could not watch it.
I barely remember what it was like.
Do you guys? What
I
did
barely
you guys
remember.
think?
I remember they were out, but I didn't have one. I remember what it was like. Not the
What was it like? CBS Sunday Night Movie or whatever? And like every once in a while you get lucky when Superman came on, Star Wars, Empire, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that's like how Terminator
commercial would come, and you're like, "Fucking commercial!" Right?
I missed that though. Like every year, it was season. Like every time when the Leafs started to churn, they would play The Wizard of Oz on like ABC.
Nice.
Every year, and we'd watch it every year. Now it's people. I don't think some kids just don't get that anymore.
Okay, two things.
Not the same.
What did you think of the fight scene in Troy between Hector and Achilles? I thought it could have been done a little bit better.
I thought it was pretty badass.
Freaking amazing. With Eric Bana and Brad Pitt, that thing was amazing.
Kicking ass.
And
you're forgettable.
And you're describing half of the fight when you undersell it like that. It's the fight between Achilles and Paris and Hector, because half of the fight is with Paris, and Hector goes out there and saves him.
Yep.
Yeah, and also the first of it when he's like, they go up there and that kid's like that the size of that man, he's huge. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
Nobody will remember your name. It's like, hell yeah. And then he kills the guy. He's like, is there anyone else?
No.
And they're all just like, no, I don't want to know that smoke.
Homie, we're good.
I'm good.
I think
That's
one of the most
movies.
the character I love in the movie was the guy who played Odysseus.
The guy Sean Bean played?
Sean
Odysseus.
Bean's great. Love Sean Bean.
Is that Sean Bean?
Odysseus Bean.
I think so.
The
the movie I was thinking about
y'all watch
earlier.
any of those?
The movie I was. Oh, sorry, Kevin.
No, go ahead, because I can't remember.
The movie I was talking about earlier, Timothy Chalamet, is called The King, and he was a young Henry V. If anybody's never seen it, check it out.
No, I've never seen it.
Good.
I'm trying to think. You know what I watch every Easter now if I'm off of work with?
Showgirls.
Gonna be
I know how to do it now.
close. I've been watching for 2 straight years. I've been watching on TC the Classic Movie Channel, Ben-Hur, King of Kings, The Robe, and The Greatest Story Ever Told.
How old are you again?
I know,
30.
right?
I love those movies. What's wrong with those movies? Those movies are classics.
Man. It's all right. I was just joking with you.
It's just odd that someone as young as you is in the movies that classic, that old.
I'm surprised you even know what Ben-Hur is, to be honest with you, because you're 30.
I love Ben-Hur. And then King of Kings is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Pop that image up I got down below.
Okay. One sec. I have to read this comment real quick. WW Styles. No.
If you like Sean Bean, you should check those out. It's a British series about fighting the French and stuff. It's really, really good.
Trying to think of another movie that's really, really intense. God, war movie. I'm trying to think.
You know what strikes me about all those movies like Braveheart is like the combat back then. It's just like right in your face, like you're so close to somebody, their last breath will blow right in your face. You know what I mean? It's the brutal business. Brutal business.
It takes that deer antler and just right up.
And they had to go around. Sometimes they'd go around and kill the survivors that were wounded.
Did anybody? It was an okay movie. Did anybody watch the Assassin's Creed movie?
I didn't.
Never saw it.
Is that the one Michael Fassbender?
Yeah, I thought it was decently.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll tell you a good movie. It stars Antonio Banderas. It's called The 13th Warrior.
Oh yeah, dude.
That
the way
movie
he
is just
picks up their language.
Yeah.
Sitting around the fire and suddenly.
It's just badass.
It's great. Damn. That is a cool fucking movie.
And he calms down their superstitions. They think these people are like monsters or something. He's like, no, they're people.
They're just
we can beat people.
I'm trying.
Debbie does this kind of guy.
Yeah, I read that.
But just I love that whole movie. Like he's thrown into this situation he does in a foreign land. Yeah.
Okay, this isn't a war
one of my favorite.
movie.
And another good movie I love is
In a strange land.
Yo, have y'all seen that movie? Off topic. Have y'all seen 13 Hours, the Michael Bay film about the events of Benghazi with John Krasinski?
No.
Yep.
It's one of those few films.
John
It's one of those
Krasinski,
few films that you are not the same person when it's over that you were when it started. And Michael Bay knows all 52 of the survivors, knows them firsthand, knows their family. Y'all know he's a big military guy. That's why he actually has real military in the vast majority of all of his movies and stuff. And he posted, because it's Memorial Day, I follow Michael Bay. I'm a big Michael Bay guy. He posted John Krasinski making that telephone call to his wife at the end, Matt. And he said, kind of just doing an honor that folks don't make it, because that conversation, he's calling his wife saying, I'm coming home, and you don't hear her talking. And he got this conversation from talking to them, and that's why I put it in the movie. And someone in the comment section said, good movie, but not based on what really happened. And Michael Bay is actually in this comment section to his own post.
Damn.
Going off on people.
Wow.
Like he's like, unfortunately, sir, you are dead wrong. I dare you to stand in front of the 52 survivors and say that. I dare you to stand in front of the CIA and say that.
Well, that's like,
You,
I mean,
sir,
you
are
know,
wrong,
he's going
and
to
on
research this
Memorial
movie to
Day,
know that he would
you
know
should
what they
take
said,
back
right? You know, he
everything
knows
you
these guys.
said.
Did
Yeah, like
anybody watch
that
the
was the whole
movie?
thing. Like that, y'all remember the controversy with what happened with Benghazi, with it like being like a cover up and everything for inaction. Michael Bay like took that shit personally and went firsthand to these people.
Nobody went to jail. Nobody went to jail.
Did anybody?
Nobody.
I never saw the movie, but I
Nobody
still
properly
need to
honored
watch
the
it.
Gold Star families. Nothing.
Did anybody?
Somebody almost fucking wound up being president that was involved in that. That was a weird one. Yeah.
Did you guys see Zero Dark 30?
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where SEAL
You
Team
know,
6
actually, it's
goes
kind of
and
odd.
gets Bin Laden.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts in Zero Dark 30 is when they're in the helicopter on the way and they're joking. He says, "How many of y'all's been in a helicopter crash? Raise your hand." And they all raise their hands. He's like, "Okay, we're good.
We're good."
Yo, if when it comes to like tough military movies, there's this movie that came out in like 2011, 2012 around there called Act of Valor.
Yeah.
Made
Oh,
with
I've
real
heard that's
military,
great movie.
like,
Mhm.
dude, next level.
Great
And it,
movie.
Well, one of them's a United States senator that's in that movie.
an Act of Valor.
The guy with the beard. Yeah, yeah.
Did
That's really
anybody? I haven't seen it yet. I don't know why. I just don't have a lot of time to watch movies. What is it called? American Sniper.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the Chris-
Oh,
the
I
Chris
was just telling you
Pratt
that, Boggs.
story.
There's such an intense scene in that movie
Mhm.
when that kid's got that grenade or whatever, that IED.
Yeah.
He's like, "Don't do it, don't do it." He's begging him not to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my God, can you imagine being in that
Wow.
situation?" I was like, "God."
Now that's a truly controversial person.
Yeah.
Chris
I
Kyle.
like the Hurt Locker.
Yes, Chris Kyle is an extremely controversial person.
Yes, very much so.
Because of like how
in
accurate he
terms
was.
in terms of like his what he publicly states about himself being fact checked and being true or not. Because once you write a book and then you get a movie made about you, and the movie came later, but once you write a book about yourself and your exploits, people tend to look through your record and stuff. And when you have people that also serve, you know, like they take certain things like details very seriously, and there was questioning amongst his thing, and there's this whole spat with other people that became public spat and stuff. And then the unfortunate death of Chris Kyle happened, and it led to like some like
kind of
like people were suing each other over like defamation and all kinds of stuff before he passed. And
didn't he get in a
like,
fight with Jesse Ventura at a bar?
No, which that's the thing. Like that was a lie that was spread that Jesse sued him over.
Okay. Hey,
because he went around saying that he knocked out Jesse Ventura at a bar.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something like that. He had to
crazy
to his estate, didn't he? Well, there's another situation like that with a guy that's on a YouTube. He's a Green Beret, Tim Kennedy, and he started making claims that he had been in situations that he had not been in. And there was guys that served with him that said he did not do that. And so there's like a lot of that happens. A lot of these guys, some of these operator guys, you know, some of them get kind of like have these feuds and stuff when they get out of the service. It's kind of weird, but and then
they get mental.
But another guy that I think that did a good movie, what's his name? Peter Berg. He directed the movie.
He directed
Lone
Mission
Survivor.
Impossible,
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Oh, he directed Lone Survivor, and like
that's so good.
I just thought it because you were talking about 13 hours and how he interviewed all these guys and got to know them. He had Marcus Luttrell and these guys, and like he went to one of the guys' fathers, one of the guys that had been killed up there, and he showed him like what happened to his son, like you know when they got him back where he'd been shot at, and he's like, and he says it took like 5 shots to kill him. I want you to make sure that everybody knows that. You know.
Thank you, Christina.
Did anybody watch that?
Yeah, that was Ben Foster played him in the movie, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody watch
Marcus Luttrell's story is insane. That movie's heartbreaking, dude.
What
movie?
Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor, yeah. Has anybody seen the movie 27 Hours? The guy gets trapped.
Yeah. Yeah, James.
Yeah, that's like one of them, like, what ifs. What
I
would
heard
if you
it's
were
a
in that situation? What would
crazy
you do,
movie.
man?
What would you do? Jeez.
I can confidently say I would have died right there.
I probably would have too, Mark. I'm say right now, bro.
Like, even if I attempted to do what he did, I don't like, if I just grant myself the ability and say that I can do that, I don't think I could physically make it through. I would probably pass out or something.
Yeah, it'd be a tough son of a gun to be able to lose consciousness.
There's like a whole subculture of like fandom for special operations guys, and they like put them on pedestals and they like become like superheroes to them, especially younger men.
Yeah,
they're very susceptible, all that stuff. You know, they think they're superhuman and all that shit, and they do some amazing things. But there's when they start talking about what happens overseas,
yeah,
and the public wasn't there, and this little clique wasn't there, and that little clique wasn't there. And then you got operators shooting different stories at each other. It's so
yeah. Well, I heard a guy. I don't know if it was
Jocko. Why don't you all shut the fuck up and stop talking
I heard
about it?
like Jocko or one of the other SEALs was saying something like, "I don't think some of the people in the public really realize what we have to do."
Yeah, you don't want to know what that.
We play dirty. We play dirty. We've done shit you don't want to know about.
And when they go over there and they do that shit to keep us safe, don't crawl up their ass. Let them go do their job.
Yeah.
Or grab a weapon and hop on a plane and go do the job yourself.
There you go.
It's all right. That's my.
No, I agree with you, Jeff. You're not going to apologize. I agree with you.
On that.
You guys want to hear one of my favorite old movies? It's not old, but it's past 20 years old. Is I loved A Knight's Tale.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Beautiful, great movie.
Oh yeah, Knight's Tale.
It's a fun movie. Cool. I liked it.
Yeah, that was a fun movie.
Paul Bettany plays Jeffrey Chaucer in it.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I just like the like what was another war movie I was thinking of that was reminding me of something he says in it. Oh, well, like the guys taking, especially these operators, like they're kind of like Wild West gunfighters. You know what I mean? Have gun will travel. They sign up for that shit.
Yep.
There's a scene of Eric Bana in Black Hawk Down.
Oh, love that movie.
When Josh Hartnett says, "You don't think we should be here, do you?"
Yeah.
And Eric Bana says, "You know what I think? It doesn't matter what I think."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was the one ranger out there.
Goes out the window.
Yeah, he was the one ranger out there, and I loved at the end of the movie when everything is air quotes resolved for the team that we've been following, and they're actually leaving the war zone. They're like, "You ready?" He's like, "No, I'm not done," and he just goes back in solo.
Yeah,
he's got a completely different mission, completely different set of goals, and he's back in. Cub Sizemore was amazing in that movie.
Did you guys see Dunkirk when it came out?
Yeah, that's the one Christopher Nolan movie that I think is trash.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it either.
Dunkirk, what happens in it? Nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
I mean, that's what really happened. I mean,
it's
the way they did
about nothing. It's about people standing around.
Well, it's mainly about the effort it took to get these men back.
It was boring.
I liked it.
I'm
a history nerd, though. I like it because, the thing about that, people don't realize the movie may have been boring, but that's one of the most important moments in the entire World War II.
But that doesn't change the fact that you made a movie about one of the most single boring moments in World War II.
Well, I mean, it wasn't boring to those guys because they were getting.
There was like, I guess the scene with I'm thinking of 1917. That movie wasn't boring. Holy potatoes!
Right? Yeah, that was great.
I just meant like the historical moment though was like, if they hadn't got those guys back, the entire British Expeditionary Force would have been taken prisoner.
That's fair. But you can read a 4-sentence paragraph on Wikipedia and get the same result.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie that Gary Oldman plays Winston Churchill though? That movie's fucking awesome.
I think it's just called Churchill, isn't it?
Is it called? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys see?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep. Thanks, Matt. Made me lose my thought. I'm just kidding.
I like how you call it.
You do it to me all the time.
Yeah. We all do it to each other.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Will.
No, you're good. Oh God, it's gonna take
I get excited talking about movies.
Yes, I saw Fury Fury is a
Y'all like the
fantastic
Hurt Locker?
movie. Hurt Locker was good
Yes.
too.
Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie. That was one of the early Anthony Mackie films. Dude. I like Anthony Mackie. He's hilarious. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought he was good in it. We Are Marshall too.
How many bombs have you disarmed? I don't know. That's a lot.
That was
He won
sad.
Best Director of the Year that year too.
Did
It was sad
anybody
at the
ever
ending
watch?
when
Jeff, let me say it before I forget. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let him change the topic before you. Go ahead.
The Blue Max.
Nope.
I haven't seen that.
George Papard.
George Papard or
Papard, yeah.
Andres. It's about the Baron von Richthofen's
Red Baron.
the Baron von Richthofen. Yeah, the Red Baron.
Snoopy and Red
That's
Baron.
actually how you say it in German. Baron von Richthofen.
Mom, it's easier to say Red Baron. So
I say
Alfred
von
Nugan.
Richthofen.
yeah, Alfred Nugan. Hot tongue baby.
It's one of my
that was
favorite
a U2
Christmas
album.
songs. Snoopy versus the Red Baron.
No, the end of Hurt Locker where he goes back stateside and he's holding his kid and he's back with his family. He's talking to his kid. And he's
I
like,
remember.
as you get older in life, you start loving less and less things. And he's like, I'm down to loving, I think, maybe one thing. And the end of the movie is him going re-upping back in the service and heading back out. And I was like, oh,
That's
man.
the worst comment.
I saw what he said.
Yeah.
That's true.
Papa Doc. Yeah.
Okay.
The part in go ahead, Will. I was going to say.
Go
Hurt
ahead,
Locker.
Matt. I remembered it now.
The one
Go
part
ahead.
in Hurt Locker that's really like tension built, is like a very tense scene.
Mhm.
It's when he's like, where he's trying to follow the wiring for these bombs, these IEDs.
Right.
Mhm.
And he pulls the wires up, and there's like 10 bombs pop up out of the sand. He's like,
Oh.
shit.
Right.
You know what's a crazy movie? I know Mark likes Tom Cruise. Born on 4th of July.
Yeah.
That's a
Where
good movie.
he's in the hospital bed and he hears the dripping of the blood because he was wounded.
Right.
And you just see him shake. And he's like, before then, he's like, I need help. And they're like, sir, you'll be fine. We'll get a doctor. He's like, I need a doctor. And then you just hear him at night and the blood's just dripping. And he
That
just
movie's like so
screams.
sad, man.
Yeah.
That,
Then there's Forrest Gump.
isn't it a true story? Born on
Yeah,
4th of
it's a
July?
true story. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? What's that movie where the song Metallica? Oh,
One.
Johnny Got Your Gun. God.
Yeah, that movie's wild, dude. That movie freaks me out.
Read the book. Read the book.
You've read it? I bet it's darker.
Yeah, it's
Like, isn't he
pretty
trapped in his? He has no arms and legs. Isn't he
He
trapped
can't
in his
speak.
own mind?
He can't speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the lyrics.
Yeah. Darkness
Song
has taken my arms, taking my legs, taking my hearing. I cannot feet. I cannot.
Yeah, dude, imagine.
I'll tell you
God.
what, though. I read the Forrest
You're
Gump, the book, and it's like this thick, and it's really nothing like the movie.
Really?
He becomes an astronaut. He
does all kinds of. He like
all kinds of crazy
he
stuff.
like get like stock in like Apple and Coca-Cola and become a billionaire or something.
Well, he did that in
Was that the sequel?
he
Oh,
did buy Apple stock in the movie. But that,
Yeah, the book Johnny Got His Gun by Dalton Trumbull got him blackballed.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the part where
Because
he
it was
punches
an
that guy.
anti-war. It's an
When that guy smacks Jenny, he punches him in the face, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I ruined your Black Panther party."
Dude, I just can't imagine being in the state of the guy and Johnny Got Your Gun, just no arms and legs.
Well, you can't
kill him.
You can't
He's
off
like,
yourself.
kill him. Yeah.
You're trapped. You're trapped with your own thoughts, and that's it.
What's he say in the movie? If I had legs, I'd run away. If I had arms, I could
Yeah.
strangle. If I had a voice, I could keep myself company.
And then at the end, he's like whispering SOS.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the most scary part. It's like,
SOS, kill me. SOS, kill me.
well, it's like, you know, what's other thing frightening to me is people that have, if you give, because I have people, I have some,
I gotta pee.
my cousin's dad has got dementia real bad. He doesn't even know where he's at half the time when they go see him. And I couldn't imagine being trapped in your own brain like that. It's just,
it would drive you mentally.
well, you're
insane.
already, yeah. It's just.
It's a horrible thought. I read about a vet and it made me so sad. I basically cried. Guy came back from war, had PTSD, couldn't find a job, couldn't find anything, and he forgot to do how to do bodily functions. Died because he forgot how to use the bathroom.
How do you forget? I mean,
No,
isn't it just natural?
PTSD. Yeah, exactly. It's scary. It
That's a
scares
drink.
me.
14 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah, it's everyone's like, you know what? As much as I complain about my job, I
Well, they
love
could look-
giving I love giving that military discount to those people who've served. Except for a woman wanted a senior discount today, but we don't give those. I'm sorry.
It's a military town here, so pretty
Well,
much
sure.
every business gives military discounts.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to my dad. I know
Yeah.
in Vietnam, got some pretty wild stuff. You should hear some of the stories.
My
I still got his dog tags.
That's awesome.
His dog tags still have dirt on it from Southeast Asia on it.
Wow. My
And
mom's
mom was like, "Let me clean it up." I said, "No, we need to keep the dirt on there." That's
nope.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Do you guys have his ashes or?
Apparently, Southern Comic Geek was in the Salvation Army once.
Oh, well. Matt, do you guys have his ashes?
Whose ashes?
Your dad's.
My dad's not dead.
Your stepdad.
My stepdad's passed away. He was in the 101st Airborne.
I meant the one in Vietnam.
No, he's still alive.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah. I had three uncles that were in Vietnam. They all passed away. Two of them from cancer from Agent Orange. Thanks, America. Anyway, thank you, DuPont Chemical, I should say.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
You know what the whole deal with Agent Orange was to kill the crops.
I know, but it ended up killing their soldiers.
Killed people.
And it wasn't really as effective as they wanted it to be.
It made their life hell for years.
And Dow Chemical has continued to lie about what it did to them.
Oh yeah.
They
never admitted any culpability. Watch the Y Files. There's an episode on it. AJ from the Y Files does a good episode on it. Yeah,
Matt, you know what's scary is when I was in high school, I watched a thing on Hiroshima where they dropped the bomb. There was a guy, 100-something years old. I don't know when this documentary came out, but he was like 90s, late 90s. And man, he was still alive, but he was messed up like crazy from the war. And he said, I remember the day they exactly dropped the bomb.
Who wouldn't?
I know. I mean,
I know, right?
I can forget something like that. All the clocks
How old are you?
30. I'm a history buff.
Where were you on 9/11?
Oh, shit. That's a good question. I was actually living in London at the time.
How old were you?
6.
Do you remember the events?
No. The only thing I know the whole story, of course.
No,
because
at that age, he doesn't understand.
Yeah, we're in this weird time frame where some adults have no recollection of it. I remember exactly where I was, what time it was. Like it's vivid in my brain, burned in my brain. I remember Coach Dunham, who was never one of my teachers or my coaches, busted into my classroom. It was math class. Mr. Anderson was my teacher. He busted in the door and said, "Jim, turn on the TV. We've been hit," and walked right back out. I'm like, what the? No one knew what was going on. And Mr. Anderson was retired military, who was a teacher, and he turned on the TV, and he didn't say a single word for hours. He just sat there looking at the TV, and we're all like not knowing what's going on, trying to figure out stuff. We watched the second plane hit. We didn't change classes that day, except the health teacher who teaches more things than just health came around to all classrooms with an envelope and a piece of paper and passed them out to all students and told them to write down anything what you're thinking, what you're feeling, anything. Just write something down, and that was our day. It was absolutely surreal.
I was sent home from
I'll never
school. That's
forget.
all I remember.
I was about 21 or 22. I was living in Nashville, Tennessee at the time. And I fell asleep on the couch watching. I think I was watching a baseball game the night before. It was like went into extra innings, and I fell asleep. And I watched something that I was up late. I fell asleep on the couch, and my phone rang, and Mom called me from Kentucky, and said, "We're under attack. We're under attack." I thought it was like I was picturing like, that's cool. War of the Worlds or something. You know, I mean, I just woke up.
Some Red Dawn shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wolverines. Yeah. So I turned the TV on, and I kept it on the news like all day. Well, you couldn't escape it. It was everywhere. They were reporting on
for 3 days straight.
ESPN was reporting on it, and I saw the second plane, and that's when I realized, no, this is not an accident, because we kept thinking maybe it was an accident because it's the one, right? And then they're like, oh, then there's one hit the field in Pennsylvania, and the one that hit the Pentagon, and I remember I finally got the gumption to go out and get something to eat at like 6 o'clock. And I remember one thing that sticks clear in my mind. It's kind of like, even people you're walking, I make eye contact with total strangers, and everybody just nods at each other like, you know what I mean? Like,
I was working on Robbins Air Force Base when it happened.
Did they lock you down?
Yep, they did. I did not get to go home from work till after midnight that night. And the next day when I came to work, we have to live. I live 1 mile from the base. I could walk there, and I did. I walked there faster than anybody could get in the gate driving, because the traffic was backed up because they were checking every single car that came through the gate. They had already put up concrete barricades everywhere, including the building I worked in was completely barricaded off, and you weren't allowed to park anywhere near it because it was the computer for the LE directorate. When it happened, I was sitting there, I was writing computer code. And you know what? Just like with artists or anything, you get in the zone when you're doing something like that. Yeah. And you don't want to be interrupted. And my buddy that worked in the cubicle next to me is like, dude, a plane just hit the World Trade Center. And I'm like, hold on, man, let me get done with this piece of code. And I'm thinking to myself, a Cessna or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first heard it.
Like then he goes, oh my God, a second one hit. And I'm like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? And I stood up and looked at the computer screen and was like, what the fuck? And it's like, everybody said, we're not going home.
It's like, you know, people in 1941 that were alive, they'll never forget where they're at when Pearl Harbor got attacked by the Japanese.
What about you, Jim? Where were you? Were you still in the force?
Yeah.
What's that? No, No, 9/11 was 1 year prior to me entering the police academy, but I was in college at that time for administration of justice, but I was at home, and me and my sister and my best friend and my cousin lived in a front duplex in Redwood City. My parents lived in the rear duplex, and my dad came busting through the back door, like Matt said, and he said the same thing. We're under attack. We're under attack. And I'm like looking out in the street like, gangsters? What are we talking about here? I don't know what the fuck's going on. And he goes, turn the TV on. And I'm like, what? Yep. And I turned it on and then saw the second plane. And that I was like, to be honest, I was almost numb, kind of stunned. Yeah.
Right.
You know,
like I was the first, then I got real pissed. Then I got real pissed off.
Yeah, the anger comes after.
Just heads up, I know I said I'd stay till 12:30. It's up to you how long you guys want to stay. I'm gonna stay till 1 because this guy just joined us.
Hey
guys. Hey John.
Well, like Mark was saying, I was in 6th grade when they did the Challenger thing, or when the Challenger exploded.
I didn't say nothing about Challenger. That was.
I was in my first year of college.
Oh, but I was 6th grade, and we're all watching, and that was Krista McAuliffe, the first teacher that's going to go into space. And that's what. So it was like a proud moment. Blah blah. We're watching, and all the kids are like, "Well, cool space." We're all drawing space shuttles. You know, we all got our art paper out and shit. And a whole class sees, you know, what happened. And being that age, man, it was like I was old enough to understand people just died, you know.
Yeah.
All those people died.
I think I was in the 5th grade. You know what was even horrible is like when you watch. I watched a documentary series on Netflix about that, and her class was watching that.
Yeah.
When her family was there when it happened.
Yep.
Can you imagine? I can't imagine. And what's his name? Is it Feinbaum, the physicist?
Oh yeah,
was a Nobel Prize winner. He's the one that they were trying to cover it up, and he was the one that showed them in the conference. He's like, "You see this? I got this little ring, this little rubber ring at a hardware store yesterday. Watch what happens when I put it in ice water for like so many minutes." He pulled it out and it just broke. He said that was what happened, and they were like, "Yeah."
Did
Oh, but to finish my story about the next morning when I went to work, my buddy picked me up at like 6 a.m. We had to be there by 7. At 7, we're only halfway, 1 mile now to the gate. We're only halfway there. So I'm like, Larry, I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna walk on into work, and I'll let them know you're on the way.
Yeah.
This time. This was before they allowed us to start wearing like golf tees and stuff. I had to wear a tie and suit and everything. I got my briefcase. I walked right through the gate. Nobody even looked at my badge. They were all centered on the cars coming in. They paid no attention to the gate right by the entrance. I was like, that's.
You know what's crazy is there's a famous guy. I don't know if he's a businessman. His name is Jimmy Dunn. And he's known around the golf world. I think he's like let me see what he does real quick before I continue. Sorry.
We have an aviation museum. Y'all mentioned the Enola Gay. We have a B-29 out there at the aviation museum.
This guy was a vice chairman in New York City. And so supposedly he was going to play golf on September 10th, but his tee time got canceled. So they're like, okay, you're going to play on September 11th, 2001.
Damn.
He works in the World Trade Center. He was supposed to go to work. He plays golf. He finds out what happens in the World Trade Center. His best friend and business partner was in the World Trade Center when it collapsed.
There's a lot of crazy stories like that.
You guys want to hear something crazier? It's not 9/11 related. Our family friends, my mom's really good friend's husband, who we've known him forever. He was on the flight that Hudson or the Hudson River flight.
Oh yeah, Sully Sullenberg.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a crazy story about a near-death experience I heard about was the actress Lindsay Wagner who played the Bionic Woman. Okay, she was supposed to be on a flight in Chicago, which ended up being like one of the worst air disasters in 30 years in the United States. The plane she was supposed to be on, she got sick an hour before the flight and couldn't make the flight. And the plane took off and the engine dropped off when it was taking off, and the plane turned like this and crashed right into a trailer park, killed everybody on the plane.
Oh my God.
Because I guess when it was taking off, it was right at the worst time. So the plane was lifting off and the left engine just falls off.
Yep.
And so the plane just goes like this.
You know who else had a plane incident and they should never have flown in that weather? Jack Kennedy.
Of course.
John
Yeah,
Jr.
He wasn't
supposed to fly.
Yeah, he wasn't instrument rated.
Y'all are really, really trying to get me to go down a rabbit hole, aren't y'all?
Oh yeah, there's some conspiracies.
Well, you got to be.
Mark, you read Department of Truth, right, or not?
Of course I do, man.
Look who you're talking to.
Right, you have
heard
to
it's
ask.
amazing. I need to read.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a fun little toe dip.
I thought it, but I thought, wait,
Man,
I thought,
it's not even my.
still
It's
alive
not
and he was going to
even.
run for
This
vice
isn't even
president.
my channel, and I'm trying like hell to click on Jason's comment.
I'll do it for
But
you.
wait a minute, I thought he was still alive and he was going to come back and be vice president. Am I wrong?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that whole
Well,
family.
you know,
is
there's
sad.
also an instance like that. The when Patsy Cline crashed, the pilot was not instrument rated, which means, yeah, obviously, like if there's adverse weather conditions and you're not instrument rated, where you can just fly off of like the instruments on the
They
panel, crash into a
spatial
mountain.
spatial disorientation.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear
Gene
something
Autry was
funny?
on a
I
plane
heard
that happened like that too. He died. Not Gene Autry.
I heard a funny story a few years ago. Guys like, yeah, I
Audie
believe
Murphy
him.
died of a crash like that.
I heard someone
John
said,
Denver.
I heard Amelia Earhart was still alive. I'm like, you're crazy.
Elvis is too.
Man, John Denver with a crash. Who was it? Was it? There was
Earhart was
a
over
musician
the
there, a
Bermuda.
guitar player.
Earhart.
Randy
Oh,
Rhoads.
Stevie
Buddy
Ray
Holly.
Vaughan.
Yeah,
Stevie Ray
there was another
Vaughan.
one though.
That was a helicopter crash. They hit a.
Led Zeppelin died in a plane accident. Not Led
No, they
Zeppelin.
That was Leonard Skinner.
Sorry, Leonard Skinner, man. I made a mistake. Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Also,
I remember 9/11. I was working at Ottawa U, and I was getting ready to pick up my friend because he had a job in the same department I had, and I'm getting ready, and the phone rings, and it's my friends. Are you watching TV? No. Hey, turn on the TV, man. A plane just hit the World Trade Center. What? So I turned on the TV, and we had just gotten like a 50-inch, those big, humongous projection screen TVs there. Those things that weigh a ton. That had three fucking projectors, 3 different colors there. Anyways, so, and I'm standing like 4 feet in front of the TV, and we're watching this, and you can see the smoke of, holy shit. And when I got to Ottawa U, complete lockdown. Because all the foreign students, they were a little bit on edge, because we're talking about Al Qaeda and all this bullshit. So they locked everything down. No classes, no nothing. We were there.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't working because nobody was calling. Nobody was coming.
Let's Sorry, go ahead. You can finish your story.
No, but it was surreal. That day was surreal. I
Okay,
mean, it's almost like a dream. You get home at night and it's, what the hell happened today?
Yeah. Let's go to something happier, though. I don't like thinking of depression.
Heroes Con. That's a happy thing.
Yeah,
Well, it was nice and sunny today here.
That's good. When are you going to start to read Space Ghost, Sean? Can't wait to
Actually, I'm probably going to start tomorrow because it's supposed to be nice and sunny. I can sit on my porch. I can have my comic books. I have my cold one. My
sounds like a good life.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm 66. I'm allowed.
Hell yeah.
Wait, Kevin.
I at least earned that much. So
Kevin, how old's Jay? 50. No. God, how old is Jay? God, he's got to be in his late 50s.
I don't know how many are older than me in the chat, except Anachronic Comics.
Joe, yeah.
Yeah, he's a little older than me. I think he's 1 or 2
Joe
years
is I think
I'm 48, but sometimes I feel like I'm 88.
Amen, brother. Right. I'm 30. I feel like
I've been like that since 50. So
I was going to say I'm 58 and I feel like I'm 88. Of course,
so you're 48, Matt?
Crap I did in my life.
Well, wait till you get to 50. You'll discover muscles you didn't know you had.
Yeah, I agree with Southern Comic Geek. Southern Comic Geek's got a point, Kevin.
Whenever I hear people talk about their age, especially this week, all I can picture is 60-something-year-old Tom Cruise hanging from an airplane.
Right.
He's got L. Ron
I
Hubbard.
can't
watching
stand that
over
guy.
him.
I'm sorry. I can't stand that guy. I
He's
mean,
got L. Ron Hubbard watching
He's
over him,
the
Mark, so he's
fucking
good.
goat. Like,
He's got the
he's in too many
Scientology.
goddamn fucking movies to start off with. He's
Is
not
he?
even a good actor.
Is
Is
he
he really,
He's
though?
got like a 4-decade career of all bangers.
The only movie I liked with him was Top Gun, and that's it.
Yeah,
The
that's
rest
an
are-
amazing one. And then Maverick was like
I like Risky Business. I thought that was a good one.
Love
Oblivion.
What about
Kevin,
Jerry Maguire?
You'd probably like Oblivion, Gene. It's I don't know if you've seen that one. I think a lot
Yeah,
of
I've seen
people.
that.
Yeah, that was pretty solid. It was a good sci-fi movie, dude. I love that movie.
Did
What's the one he
anybody
did
That's the
watch
one with the
that?
bubble ship.
Yeah, that's the one where there's like him and that one girl that's left on Earth after the aliens came, kind of
Yeah.
thing, and they're monitoring everything.
Yeah.
Huge twist to it. Edge of Tomorrow was fantastic.
That's
as
the one I was
well.
getting ready to say with Emily Blunt. That movie's awesome.
Yeah.
Did
That was
anybody
good.
watch that movie with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence in space?
It was terrible. It's one of the worst science fiction movies I've ever seen in my life, and I've
I
seen a
think-
lot.
Yeah,
And
pretty
I have a
slow.
show called
Pretty
I have a
slow.
show called Bad Cinema. Okay,
It
Oh, yeah,
exists
by the
in
way,
that weird
Alex
area
Tina,
where
my friend.
it hasn't earned its right on the show, and it's on either
yeah,
show.
yeah.
That's got to be the worst. Your movie's
It's in
not
the middle.
qualified for bad cinema or good cinema. You're just forgettable.
Yeah.
Instantly,
I'm not going to drink
instant
14,
forgettability.
but I do have to pee.
TMI.
What's after
We're
midnight,
doing a one
guys? I'm
now
not-
this week that Rob Zombie, the White Zombie, wrote a song about. It's called Thunder Kiss 65. The movie's called Faster Pussycat Kill Kill by Russ Meyer.
Well, I'm about to
It's,
head to bed, guys. I hope you have a good
1960s
night.
Thank
exploitation
you, hey
film.
Mark.
Gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
No, thank you
Thanks
for
for
doing
coming
the
by, Mark.
stream.
Good to
This
see you.
was fun. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep, left too.
Can't wait
Take
to
care,
see
Mark.
you. Well, Matt, are you up for a little bit more? You fading? Oh, Jeff left too.
We're gonna go to bed soon.
Okay, we'll probably call it in the next.
Show
I'm gonna
me
go
the
till
money.
12:30. I'm gonna go to 12:30. Sorry, John.
No worries.
Well, I'll have you back soon. I think it's been a successful
Come on back
stream.
now, year.
Come back now, you hear?
It's okay. I've got plenty of crime shows to watch on YouTube.
Do you
I
ever
watched
watch?
Annie
Have you
Elise.
ever watched Forensic Files?
No, I watched Annie Elise.
Who?
Annie Elise. She talks about crime
Watch Forensic Files. It's really good.
and I watch Van Balian. He's the one who posts videos about sovereign citizens getting stopped by the cops. That's hilarious. I mean, especially when it's they break their windows. They break their windows because the sovereign citizens don't want to get out of their cars.
If you want to see an hilarious show, you need to watch this new Tom Segura show on Netflix called Bad Thoughts. It's wild.
I don't
Matt.
even have cable. So
Matt,
I don't either. I just get Netflix stuff like that.
Matt, I'm still waiting for the clip on your channel to go. Yes.
Yes. I can't find it.
There's no YouTube clip of it?
I don't know how to do all that. I get it from that Clip Cafe. I don't know how to do all that on YouTube.
I think there's
like
a way. I bet there's a way on YouTube you can upload it.
I'm sure there is. I just don't know how.
Don't make me download it and get the
I'd like
clip
to
before
watch
you.
this documentary right now on Netflix. It's called it's a documentary series called Turning Point: The Vietnam War.
Oh yeah.
Kevin, you come out of nowhere and you're like, yeah, really, Kevin? Come on.
Has anybody ever watched American Primeval? It looks like it's pretty cool.
I've heard it's good.
yeah, all my programming is on YouTube.
Okay, we're gonna end
Pretty
in
much
7 minutes, but in 5 minutes, we're gonna have everyone shout out what they have coming on, and then I'll exit you guys, put you backstage, and then we'll.
Actually, I was
and
about
after
to take
stream-
off, so I'll go ahead and say Trivia Monday.
Okay, wait.
That's okay.
Let me start with Matt. We'll end now, but
That'll
we'll
take
go in
15
order.
minutes.
I know,
Matt.
right?
Matt, what do
Okay,
you
I'll
have
do it real
going?
quick. I'll do like the macro machines guy fast. All right. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Comic Conversations at 8 p.m. Eastern. Izzy versus NYC is my guest. Thursday at noon Eastern, Good Cinema. We'll be reviewing the movie No Country for Old Men, starring Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin. And then Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, the Comic Lounge. Everybody's welcome. Just hit me up, DM me. I'll send you the link. Then Sunday at noon Eastern, we have another episode. I had a start of Comic Conversations, Wake and Bake, we call it, with Razor Comics. And then at Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I have the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza. And then next Monday for Bad Cinema at noon Eastern, it'll be Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill by Russ Meyer. All right.
Kevin, fine. Go ahead. Your turn.
Trivia Monday night.
Seriously. I'm so done
Yes,
with you.
you
Okay,
can
John, what do you have going
And a
on?
duck giveaway next week. Or no, a
you can
giveaway
catch
next
me on
week.
Heroes for Hire sometimes. You can catch me on Kingdom of Nerds sometimes. But you're pretty sure you can catch me on Spidey's Outback Saturday night at 7 p.m.
Cool.
Because that's my favorite hangout. I mean, we have fun, and
Yep.
sometimes we don't even show any books.
Yep.
It's kind of weird because it's all comic book collectors, but
Yep. So what I have coming up tomorrow, I'm on Paul in the 619. Wednesday.
Oh, I'll be there too.
Yeah, you're there too.
I'll be there late.
Thursday, I will be on Matt's Comic Lounge because I don't work Thursday. Oh, Wednesday, I'll be on Chris the Comic Vets. Guaranteed. Friday, I will be on Crazy. I'm not going to be on my friend's Jeremy show. I'm going to be on because I want to take a break. Friday, I will be on Crazy Hungarian Joe's. Theme is animals. I already got my pile ready. Also, Aaron sports cards and things. Then I'll be on Matt Spidey's on Saturday, and then Sunday. Shoot, I don't even remember. Let me look real quick. I'm sorry to hold you guys up. Sunday, I work till 5, so I may be able to make that. I'm a noob. Yes, I know. I'm a noob, Henry. But with that being said, I'm going to put these guys backstage. Don't leave. I just want to thank you guys before. For some reason, because I don't have an outro, let's play that intro one more time until I get an outro.
Vogs.
Buddy Vogs. Wvogs18.
Go on, Vogs.
Wvogs18.
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 We like sports and we don't care who knows. Football, tennis, hockey, golf.
I don't have friends. I got family.
This is where the fun begins.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out.